get online, I'm feeling like something's not right. Cause the bullets curve like some people unlock that wanted perk, yeah.
Inside the toolbox of the Death Star, we have Hero. That's not soda, but it is Black Light Oni. He's known as the only host that runs at 60 frames a second. Please welcome Soda. And kind of the reminiscent of her background reminds me of like a scene from E.T. with all the stuffed animals there. Please welcome Black Light Oni.
I think we're muted.
Yeah.
Oh, you're muted, Chief.
Really, what I said.
I shouldn't be. I'm not muted.
No, we are muted.
Oh.
You are not muted. You are not muted.
Well, Badger said she can't hear anyone but you, so.
Well, the router clearly indicates that the meter is running and it should be working okay now. So
Testing?
give him about 30 seconds. It should be okay. See, you can hear me.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
It was like for 5 seconds where like it was switching over from the mute to the unmute that it wasn't working. So it's working now. So my bad, guys. I don't know why it took so long, but it was It was there like for 10 seconds. I'm like, can you fucking unmute now? Yeah, that was great. I have to click a bunch of buttons to get everything going. Welcome, guys. It's Friday. It's Laggin Out Live. Yay. And I know how Oni feels like 5 minutes before the show because I was scarfing down food and now my stomach hurts. So just like, oh. White pizza. So
Ooh,
ricotta cheese and mozzarella.
White pie. I like white pie.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good change once in a while, you know.
Racist.
It is. It is racist. It's not really white. It's off like a yellow of the cheese.
Somebody sent me a meme today. Do you have crackers? Or do you serve crackers? Like, yeah, we serve everybody.
That was me, and right?
Well, I didn't, want to put
I
you on
was
the
asking.
spot or anything.
Look, I don't give a fuck. Funny is
All right.
funny.
Attention. The preceding content is intended for mature audiences. Opinions and views expressed on this live are not necessarily those of Lagging Out Entertainment, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or any of its sponsors or advertisers. Viewer discretion is advised. If you're under 18, get the fuck out.
Ugh. Yum.
Get the fuck out.
Well, as my friend would say, Eddie from the Virgin Islands, when we're closing down the Student Life Center, get the fuck out! He would do it like that in a high-pitched voice. Like the skinny black guy got telling everybody to get the fuck out. It was a visual. Like, we had him do it every time because the accent was so great.
Sadly,
He's now in Miami as a graphic designer. He's probably a senior somewhere, wearing a stuffed shirt and coat and tie and being all GQ like he usually is. Always looking good. Always had a great style and fashion. If you've never seen us before and never seen that QR code, that means, oh, you can actually donate to Lagging Out. I think that's what that does. I don't remember what the QR code does anymore. Is that the one to donate? I think that's the
so.
one to
Happy
donate.
Friday, Mr. Prescott.
Happy Friday, sir.
I believe that is
That's
the
on
donate.
YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, I believe that's the donate button. You can do the camera thing here. Streamlabs.com, yeah, okay. Modern technology. Chieftain tries so hard. The Living Try Hard Award, known as Chieftain. I'm Chieftain, by the way, guys. I don't think I introduced myself, but I am Chieftain. You guys might know us, you might not. We'll find out. And if you were hanging out in our channel last night, you might have seen Soda and the Mariner playing some Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
and having a lot of fun there.
Yeah, we messed up pretty good because I accidentally somehow
Oh,
picked
no.
on a kid and got arrested, and I don't remember doing that. So,
In the game, right?
oh yeah, in the game.
Okay.
More specific there.
that would have been like an Epstein moment. That like
Yeah.
don't admit your guilt there.
Mariner's like, why are you in
Maya,
jail?
because he's a criminal.
Maya says because he's a criminal.
I'm like,
Are
I
you
didn't
a
mean
smooth
to.
criminal?
I did. I kind of picked the lock, got out, and he's like, well, let's just kill everybody. I'm like, oh, okay. And then,
Wow, he's pretty vicious. I thought he was like a sweet guy. He's like, now let's kill them all.
well, he's like, well, now we got to
Kill
go criminal.
them.
And I don't
All of them.
think we had to, but we had to reload it a couple times because we messed up bad.
That is what all criminals say. They're innocent. There's a lot of innocent people in prison, right?
I am Maya. Come on.
Maya. Okay.
I found God in between. Okay.
Oh my god. Where was he hiding?
This where I press
In a
X
bush.
out. I know. I see. Oh Maya, come
Oh my
on!
God. Oh no. Maya's on point tonight.
Oh,
It's
this
danger.
is getting bad.
Danger.
I feel a lightning storm coming on. Okay, everything's a little too red. Oh.
And creatively impaired tonight. The Lord hides in your closets. Ooh, okay.
Doing magic tricks.
Fuck you. This week's trivia is done by the lovely Honey Badger. And I'm gonna need help with letter C, guys. So, which video game series had a music video based on Tekken? Resident Evil, Pokemon, and how you say that third one?
Toho.
Toho?
Toho.
Toho. Okay.
Like your toe and a hoe.
Okay,
Whoa.
gotcha. Like my toe in a hoe.
Yes.
Like Joe in a Hoe is out in 2024.
Sounds better as two Hugh.
Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. We are going to have the answer at the end of the show. Do not cheat. Do not check the interwebs for the correct answer. We are trusting. We have a very trusting chat. So we're hoping you guys will give the best guess if you know the answer. Discuss amongst yourself. I'll give you a subject.
D.
And last week, you know, we all talked about a shit ton of games. We actually didn't have time to go through all of them. War and Peace would have been shorter. But the list had a lot of good movies, unfortunately, and you get to go through them. But this week, to keep with that theme, the esteemed staff you see before you thought it would be a great idea, and it is, to do the Smash and Pass games for 2024. What's going to be hot for January? What's not going to be hot for January? So I've seen some of those dudes on the right in my gym.
Whoa.
You even lift, bro? So without further ado, let's get to it. Like first of the game, guessing who is the girl.
No. Trick question.
Oh, yeah.
Another dude.
They're both dudes.
Oh my god.
Isn't it Danganronpa?
I get so confused. I'm so confused. So here is our first one. War Hospital release date is going to be January 11th. Actually, just released.
Yeah.
9 days ago. If my math is right. Is my math right? I don't math well. So, yeah. I don't like stating dates on lives and then I do the recordings and then I have to like cut them out. So that way they look like they're fresh and edited that day for YouTube Shorts. But yeah, War Hospital X-Ray. Does anybody want to touch it? I think I already know the story of this because I know the like from the woman I see there holding something in her hand and the ambulance possibly behind her. There was a woman who actually won a Nobel Peace Prize for radiology and stuff like that. Is this based on that soda?
It's based in war, and you have to kind of call in like engineers and people to help you in your little war hospital. It's kind of, I don't know if you would call it a sim type game, but it's got some really bad don't buy it reviews.
Don't buy it vibes.
It's not finished, the normal shit that we have, but yeah, it's kind of a sim where you run a hospital during the war and you got to send people off and get them in on the only way you can get them in is on the train. And it's really kind of like, what's the one that's War is Mine? Is that the game?
Sex with Hitler.
No, it's set in kind of a gloomy kind of like what you see there. That's what the game is built like. But if I'm going to smash or crash or bash or whatever, I'm bashing this one. So it's just
You're
from
bashing.
I watched a few videos on it and nobody was excited. So
Can you imagine can you just imagine the pitch room for something like this? Like the first words would probably be "Hear me out."
it has potential, everybody says, but it sucks from yeah.
I wasn't thinking of Florence Nightingale. I was actually thinking of a scientist, but Florence Nightingale could probably relate to that. It might be in that. I don't know. You might be right. I have no idea. I was thinking of somebody else different. I'll look
Mary
it up.
Curie. You're thinking of Mary Curie.
That's it. Thank you. Yes.
And I give the correct.
And she actually won 2, I think, for 2 different things. The only person to win 2, or a husband won 1 and she won 1. I don't remember. I casually know the story. Oni.
I know simulator games are becoming more popular. Given what Soda said, that it's unfortunate it's not running very well, but I think if they keep it historically accurate, they could make a game that's at least informational. I think that's important. I'm going to assume this is probably World War One.
Let me double check.
Because that looks a little too light to be World War Two.
Yeah, when did Model T come out?
Now, personally, I'm more of a fan.
World War One, you are correct. Yes.
World War One games, I think, are in short supply. I don't think there are enough games that quite grasp the scale of World War One. Because don't get me wrong, World War Two was massive, but it wouldn't have happened nearly the same way, if at all, if the stage hadn't been set by World War One, especially with the introduction of so many new technologies, such as tanks, such as chemical warfare, and in such a massive scale. So I think if they base this on history, they could make it something, but you got to have the foundation of a functional game first, I think, in this case.
I'm not. There's very few sim games that I'm a big fan of. They have to play to a certain aesthetic for me to really appreciate them. This is just based off of the concept. I don't think it would appeal to me. And I'll be honest, I think that a lot of people have a very strong affinity towards these types of games, so I know it would probably be popular if it wasn't such a.
But it is unique. It's kind of a unique take on Sims. So yeah.
Because, I like The Sims didn't appeal to me. It's massive. It's got a huge fan base. It's got people modding the hell out of it even now. In fact, one of my buddies is still playing The Sims, and he's using mods where he creates apartment complexes.
Oh, wow.
And it's not just apartment complexes, it's apartment complexes with full detail and full furnishings. So the appeal is there, the market is there. If it weren't for the fact that you have a lot of reviews that are saying, hey, this shit ain't finished.
Well, I mean, it's only $5.
5, no. Is it $5? I thought it was 14.
And on the website I am right now, fanatical.com.
It's $29.99.
It says $5 here.
On Steam, $29.99.
It is $29.99.
Oh, I
Okay.
mean, even if it were $5, it's $5 I'd be keeping and not giving to them.
Okay.
Give me a finished game, god damn it.
We're somewhere close.
Yeah, it was. Well, a lot of the arguments too is a lot of like the soldiers' bios are kind of repetitive. They're not a lot of thought put into the little stuff like that, you know.
I mean,
You're inside of a hospital, but yeah.
like, what do you mean by bios? Like,
Apparently, when
they-
you can recruit it, you know, it tells you their backstory, their family, what they're good at, you know, that kind of stuff, and they're apparently pretty repetitive.
Is it like they like playing jacks? You know, and everyone likes playing jacks or whatever.
Back in that time, yeah.
I
Got
mean,
a couple acts, apparently.
I see where they're coming from regarding the repetitive, uh, recruitment thing, but how varied are people's backstories at that time going to be? Like, if a train arrived, a lot of them came from the same place, which did cause problems because if things happened, like say train accidents, you could have almost the entire young male population eliminated in one fell swoop. That did happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently,
So-
too, a lot of these reviews are saying once they hit chapter 2, the game just freezes up and you can't play it.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's a
That's-
big problem.
Kind of a big problem.
Have they tried CPR, or was it not invented yet?
That is a good question. Probably not. I don't know. When was CPR? Let me ask. Siri, when was CPR invented?
The answer I found is August 1956.
56.
1956?
That doesn't
So-
sound right.
That'd be after World War One and Two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely can't be
Beginning
right.
Korea? When did Korea? Like late
Yes.
50s, early 60s, right? I'm in Korea. I can remember
Weird.
the exact dates of Korean War. That's why it's called the Forgotten War, right?
Can't
I'm not a
forget
big-
it if you're never fucking taught it.
Exactly.
Well, that's
I was taught it. It was like very quick though, and it was 30 years ago. So
Well,
it's not
because
something
they're-
I-
They gloss
ahead.
right over it because South Korea is still our ally, but we lost Vietnam because we fucking let it happen. But it's because you had World War II, and then we decided to do Korea, and then not long after that we did Vietnam, and then you had all the hippie riot stuff happening because of all the shit going on,
Oh yeah.
all the propaganda. So we just kind of forget Korea. Also, because the fact that Korean war vets were treated a bit better than the Vietnam war vets by other vets.
Yeah.
Genius.
That was yeah, like you said, when you have politicians running wars, it's gonna send a sentiment. It's called a circle smear. So you're gonna smear everything that's involved. You're gonna smear the soldiers. You're gonna smear this. You're gonna smear we shouldn't be there. Why are we there? Da, 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 da. It's a whole cluster fuck. But yeah, so I have a thing with that. But yeah, if you wanna watch a great period comedy, I suggest you watch MASH. Because apparently, I can't stop using apparently. But vets
Apparently.
from the Korean War say that that particular show is pretty damn accurate. So, with that being said, I'm not sure about Platoon, but can't make a comment about that. But we're born on the 4th of July. That sort of thing. But MASH was great. Da, 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 da. Yep. So I'm not a big fan of sim games either, but I'd have to look at some of the demos and stuff. Add that to my list of games I'll never play. I only play Fortnite because my nephews asked me to play Fortnite, and it's burning my computer out. It's burning my power supply,
I don't
which
know
makes
how.
no sense.
No.
Oh my
It,
god.
it's a very low bandwidth game, and it's still running. I checked the task
And low
manager, and
effort
it's
if you really look at it.
what's that?
And low effort if you really look at it.
Yeah, it is very low effort. But it is fun. Once I get a little better, I'll stream it, and then Soda can make fun of me on the stream.
Oh yeah. Will
But
do.
okay, next up, another iteration of this game, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and this released yesterday, so this is fairly recent.
Did it come out yesterday?
Look,
Yeah, it says it came out yesterday, January 18th, so that would be yesterday. Right?
Yeah. You can buy it now. Yeah.
So you can buy it now on Steam.
No, Epic.
No, it's probably on PlayStation, right?
Epic Store.
Epic Store, sorry, Epic. I bet. Ubisoft. Ew, Great Kazoo says.
Well, I wonder why.
But I remember, I can't remember. It had to do with time. The last one
Sands
I
of
saw.
Time.
What's that?
Sands of Time. I played that
Sands
on
of Time.
GameCube.
And that was supposed to be. I heard great things about that game.
It was fun. It was very inventive. You literally like everything you did. You could, as long as you had Sands of Time, that was your currency to use the power. You could roll back time as far back as your Sands of Time would allow, and like you could reverse your unintentional demise to spikes in a pit if you miss your jump. You could cross to a certain spot, and there were puzzles that involved using the time reversal mechanic, but it was just very inventive. I enjoyed it. It was great. I haven't touched a Prince of Persia game since, and I know there have been a lot that have come out since then.
Yeah, there's like a ton of them, aren't there?
But I don't know. This one looks different.
The game has 3 different storylines in OG and 2 in reboots. Wow. Okay.
I mean, the fact that it's Ubisoft kind of was an instant turnoff for me, but it looks different. It has a very different graphic aesthetic from the last time I played a Prince of Persia.
Well, wasn't the PlayStation 2 maybe? 1? It's been a while.
It has been a while since I've played one. Like I said, the last one I played was on GameCube.
Didn't they make the time one a movie?
Yeah.
I remember watching something like that.
I guess so, but I didn't ever see it. And I probably didn't miss anything because, you know, that was the time that video game movies were exclusively trash.
Mortal Kombat?
Dude.
Doom?
Doom was a terrible movie.
Oh,
Mortal Kombat 1 was like the
Doom?
epic.
The answer is yes.
Exactly. Which Doom? The answer is yes.
Well, I mean, look, that was a cult classic, Badger. I can make fun of it and still enjoy it because it was that awful, but it was also that good. It's like watching a train wreck.
Right?
Just like the Mario movie from back in the 80s. It was absolutely terrible. But I still would watch it because
it's a guilty pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah, I would totally. Yeah. I'm looking for Prince of Persia. I'm curious about the trailer.
It's on the Epic if you have Epic Store.
I do. I have it here. This is as of 2 weeks ago.
It's a side scroller hack and slash.
Okay. They just loaded up here. I'm just curious.
I've never been a fan of them, so.
Well, if I were to look at this and it's Ubisoft, so I have very low expectations.
Very snooty of you.
Well, I mean, I have no problem with referring to it in a snooty fashion because their freaking subscriptions chief came out and tried to say we need to get used to not owning our games.
Yeah, that
he can go fuck himself. He can go
fuck.
fuck himself with all of the violent kinks.
I saw a meme like that. It said, "Well, if purchasing is not owning it, then piracy is legal." Then, right?
Yeah, right. I saw that as well.
No,
piracy is not stealing.
Right, piracy is not stealing.
What?
Sargon, The citadel, pride of the Persian Empire, is no more.
Oh, it's a nice. I love the new side scroller look now.
I heard about the wretched,
Eh,
inconceivable that lurks in the shadows.
Reminds me of Clone
Souls are
Wars.
lost
I think
in
they're
the
redoing
sacred
Contra too.
archives. Forever prisoners of time. No one knows what became of the Hyrcanian forest. The Chidra and vile creatures fester beneath the
Chidra.
canopy.
Ooh.
Brave the raging sea and the chaos in its waves. We must break the curse that plagues our kingdom. But there are creatures, gods, banished for their sins. They could doom us all.
Huh. I just kind
Wish
of
I can stay in the air like that.
I don't know. I feel like I expect more from the animation style because
Even in the darkest hour, do not lose hope.
animation is low effort.
Probably.
I don't know. I maybe I'm just expecting too much from a studio that's been around for as long as they have, and especially considering it's Ubisoft and they've kind of set the bar low lately.
Is their style supposed to be cartoony like that?
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Like some people, some companies can do cartoony and it look really good. I feel like the visual appeal is lacking for them being Ubisoft.
I don't know.
Hey,
There
Badger.
there were some scenes in there that were really good, with some of the modeling and the bosses were very lackluster. And I
Yes.
can tell where they put the work in and not. It looks like it could have been in Clone Wars or something, or like a really polished Fortnite look to it. Overwatch type of feel. And if you're doing something serious, such as this game can be, even though it is a hack and slash, I would want to see a little bit more detail.
I feel
And
like
blood. We need blood.
the opening, the very beginning, when they do the reveal where the Prince of Persia drops down and there's a bunch of piles of skeletons around him. That looked like something out of the GameCube era. Straight up, it looked like those skeletons looked like they pulled those models straight from The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
Wow. Yeah.
That's how it felt when
Yeah.
it was like, oh, those skeletons look super cartoony and super pixelated. Then here's Badger coming out with saying Mega Man X8 had better side scrolling than this.
Maybe. I like the gameplay though. For some reason, I like that, but the cutscenes were just left much to be desired.
Like they're like you said, some points I was like, hey, this looks all right. At other points I was like, did I imagine that? Should I just withdraw my compliment?
Yeah, it's mixed. You can see there's, that's all art direction's fault. That's
Yeah.
not the lighter or the game designer, the game developer. I just want to make that perfectly clear to the viewers. That is art direction. The art directors get the motif for each level. It's like a storyboard, and you go, this is the look we're looking for. And that's what you get as a developer, as a senior, mid, junior, whatever. That's what you get from your art director. If your art director comes by and goes, oh, do this, do that, without any visual reference, then you get a game like this. What I had to do for the stadiums, for the if you ever watch Monday Night Football and you see, they call them blimp shots of the exterior of the stadiums, we were pulling from Monday Night Football for fucking reference. That's why my shit looks so good, because, well, most of it did, not all of it. I'll be honest, but I'll be honest. But I would pull the reference. I'm like, okay, the parking lights are more of an amber rather than a yellow, and I would make that change because, you know what? The person that lives in that city, state, whatever, Green Bay, New York, they're gonna fucking call my ass out on it, and that's what I was thinking as a developer. They're gonna call my ass on that, and I don't want them to give me excuses saying that this sucks. It could suck for any other reason, but my shot looked good because I did the fucking research. That's all art direction and senior staff. If there was inconsistencies in the, or maybe another company actually did it, so it might not have been Ubisoft.
I'm guessing that.
But I obliviated way too much there. But yeah, Sodi pop.
Sodi
and Oni. It's Sodi. Sodi or Oni. Soda or Oni. Tried out 3 times. What do you guys think?
I don't
You
like
can
this. Yeah, I don't like this game. I like this style, so I'm gonna say it's gonna suck. But no, Oni can go.
Yeah, Oni.
Yeah, I don't like this. Never have. So
I'm not a fan. Next.
I have never played a Prince of Persia game, but I already have a lot of issues with this one.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like Persia. The lore that they seem to be basing it off of feels more Celtic. That's a really big fucking problem. If you're going to be pulling from Persia, you might want to be pulling lore from Persia,
right.
or lands they conquered or lands they interacted with. There's an old land. There's plenty of history. Fucking find it.
That's a good point.
2.
That's a very
good point. I felt that way with the hairdo, but I didn't want to say anything because I don't know anything about hairdos in Persia.
nowhere near Persian. They're trying.
Yeah,
to
it
appeal to the woke
looks
crowd
more
on that
native,
one.
indigenous, North America.
They're trying to appeal to the woke crowd, and I personally don't like using that descriptor.
Yeah.
They're giving him an exclusively, well, not exclusively. That's disingenuous to say. They're giving him a specific hairstyle, locks, in a style that would appeal to somebody who would be a quote unquote person of color in the modern United States.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing that because it has any historical accuracy.
Yeah. They're going to say, well, Persia is North African. Like, well, it's Middle Eastern. So,
me personally,
depending on where they are, right? Like, it could be North Africa, but like, I like to think Persia is Middle East. So, but some people may argue the contrary. But,
did you have anything else, Tony?
Yes.
Go ahead.
What's up, Penguin?
The entire character design is too modern. Okay? Everything from using blue, making it look like some sort of like cyberpunk clothing, the hairstyle, the fashion, the trinkets, it's too modern. Pick a fucking time period.
Yeah.
3, looking at all the sets, they look bland and generic. I don't even think most of that looked Persian at all. Okay, yes, they were going to have columns that looked a little bit Greek, looked a little bit Roman, but they're going to have a distinctive style. Okay, what is it with all these electric colors? Oh, it's because cyberpunk is popular right now, so we got to make it look like cyberpunk. Bitch, where? And then the style. You're trying to cram a very cartoony, stylized, graphic art style into a game that was always known for being nitty-gritty. That is a bad fucking idea. That is like saying, I want to make a horror story, but I want to make sure everything is all cutesy and round shapes and plush toys and pastel colors. If you're gonna do that, you better have a good fucking reason. But this is not it. So, oh, and by the way, I don't recall hearing any fucking advertisements until this week the week it's getting released, I see no news about it. That is one, way
That's a
too
good
fucking
point.
late to be advertising. 2, does not prove to me that you have any faith that this is going to do well. 3, that your marketing team fucking sucks. And 4,
I can relate.
you are lost.
We
All
don't
this
have a
shit
marketing.
looks,
We don't have a marketing team.
it's
Go
a
ahead.
fucking mess. So I don't expect this game to go well. If you're gonna do Prince of Persia, why not do the history of the game justice? You know, if you're gonna do, let's say you want to combine a few things, why not do it so that it's almost like, I don't remember which game it would have been, Link Between Worlds or Ocarina of Time, but where you go back to different points in history and maybe play different versions of the Prince of Persia. So they've got different art styles, or reminisce about different music, or remastered versions of the music, something like that.
That almost kind of blends in concepts from Assassin's Creed. That actually,
That would have been a more respectful version of the IP, an IP they fucking abandoned. So this very likely is probably just a cash grab to make sure that they can still say, well, we have rights, we don't want to be selling it. What do you do? Well, it's gonna blow, and you can only blame yourselves because this game looks lost. It looks like it's trying to be Cyberpunk mixed with Fortnite with the name of Prince of Persia. These character designs don't look Persian, okay?
no.
I saw no creatures, heard, now, again, don't speak any languages that are even remotely from that area. None of the names sounded like they could have possibly been from that region. At all. I was getting more Celtic vibes. And like I said, that's an issue. Guess what? If you want to go explore a new area, you're going to have to make sure you can find a way to bring the audience along with you. Not dumb it down for them and go, well, we're just going to, we're going to make it like it's no. They had plenty of fucking religions going on there with plenty of history.
Oh yeah.
Use it. It was awesome. They had
think they were-
so many creatures to choose from.
You
Hell,
think they were afraid to do that?
you know what? Here's one. If you're out of ideas, bring in Gilgamesh. Okay, I'll even allow that.
There you go.
Fucking hell. There's no excuse.
Yeah, I agree. I get more fantasy than Celtic. That makes sense. It's more like
fantasy is a Western idea, which would have been those people. So yes,
fantasy. I'm mixing in my head fantasy like in Greek myth with this, as far as like his chess piece is concerned and everything like that, and the gauntlets and stuff. Although the swords look kind of Persian to me.
They look like a cheap version of a kopal, or I don't remember what the sword is named. I think it's the kopal, but I'm pretty sure it's wrong. I mean, honestly, the costume looks like cheap He-Man.
Yeah, it does. That's what I was trying to look for it, but I think you nailed that. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's totally like He-Man. Like,
I have the power.
it could be Stinkor or something. I don't know. This stinks. But
if I had to pin it down, I'd say it's gonna be pretty lackluster. It's probably
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna sell very well. I want to stay away from saying it's gonna be an absolute flop because they have their absolute stands and fanboys just like Disney does, no matter what they're slobbing that knob.
Oh yeah.
But I don't have high hopes at all for this.
He doesn't have high hopes.
I would
He
love
has
to see
no
it do well.
high hopes.
I would love to see it do well because I was a huge fan of Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. But this ain't it, bro. This ain't it.
Ain't
Ain't it, bro?
it?
Broski.
God damn it.
Next.
Wait, what's going on? Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's C. What the fuck? Hold on. There we go. Bulletstorm VR for the PlayStation. PlayStation.
Based out on
Cash grab.
Again, released yesterday. Bulletstorm.
Cash grab.
Cash grab.
It's a
Anything.
VR game.
I was
They-
saying
they-
VR. I agree.
Every
Yeah.
VR game.
Not
Patron Penguin.
not that every VR game is necessarily a cash grab. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying
But
cash grab because Bulletstorm is a regular game without VR, and all they did was just make it VR.
Wait, hold on. Update. Sony removes Bulletstorm VR from the store.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, a mandated refund process due to the game being incomplete and not ready.
So I'm throwing the money that I realized.
Whoa. Yeah. Wow. That's a great fucking call.
That's a good catch, Soda. What happened that
Nice
we could
catch,
look at it?
Soda.
I just looked it up and it was posted on Reddit apparently not too long
Oh
ago.
Jesus! So I was more right than I realized.
You
They
were,
were
sir.
trying to mail it in.
On top of the fact it had really shitty ratings.
Yeah.
did you just say
Hero
Hasbro?
What's that?
cash grab. Well, apparently cash is giving back. So
Oh.
I hate clicking on Reddit posts, but let's see.
You never know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates.
Oh look, boobies.
Or a glory hole?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's more what I ran into.
Wow, that went somewhere quick.
I did not expect Oni to say that.
Damn.
Good job.
Because soda's too big for the glory hole.
Huh.
We're not supposed
Who's
to
in
squeeze grass?
circulation?
What's a Glorio?
That's the next game we're talking about. It's a VR.
Please no.
Penguin. What's a Glorio penguin? I know
Oh
she'll
my
tell
god.
me. She'll tell me.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm afraid she'll tell you. Don't
Yeah.
tell him, please.
I'm afraid of what she'll say.
Oh god.
Google it.
Badger.
Hey Siri.
That's a
No,
blue waffle.
no, that's worse. And I am blessed with having never had to worry about that.
So I guess we have to touch this up if they ever re-release it. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't say.
Reddit makes people stupider.
Also, yeah, don't say.
Well, I was gonna say something else, but that's a cheap shot. Never mind.
Can't hurt feelings that are virtual, Oni.
Yes.
It's on Steam. It's supposed to, I thought it was a PlayStation exclusive.
I thought so too. What's it doing on Steam?
Let me check.
You want to know how I
Getting
gotta
close.
load Fortnite with my controller? I have to open up Steam, then Epic, and then when I open up Steam,
Oh,
it
you
runs and opens it up through Epic, so that way my game controller will work on Fortnite on PC.
You can buy it on
Wow.
Steam. It has 36 reviews, all negative.
I figured. FY Blue Waffle isn't real. STD, STI is a dye used to look for an STD or STI. That's why it's called a blue waffle. Thank you, Ghost. If I lived my entire fucking life not knowing that, I wouldn't care. But thank you for the information.
Badger, don't ask questions that you don't want
Don't
the
want the
answer to. I can easily explain this in a couple of seconds, but I would probably scar our entire underage audience that doesn't exactly exist, unless you're Ghost.
The Last of Us Part 2 remastered again. Here we go again with this fucking...
Prediction! This is a cash grab! Actually, that's not a prediction, that's just facts. Sorry.
You
How
are right.
many times are they going to put out the same fucking game in 5 years?
Well,
This
I
is
can tell
worse
you
than
right now,
Spider-Man reiterations.
this game just released
Yeah.
not 2 years ago.
Yes.
Why is it getting a remastered?
I
2
was-
years. Is that the
Did you see-
prerequisite for a remaster now? What
Did you
the
see the
actual
Did you see the
fuck?
remaster? Did you see the side by side memes with the remaster?
Yeah, it was
And the other
bad.
ones, there's
It was
literally
horrible.
no difference
Yeah.
between the last one and the one now.
And the
Like, here's the
sound,
remaster. Oh, big deal. You added a fucking texture and subsurface scattering. Who gives a fuck?
but they fucked
She
the
still
sound
looks
up
dirty.
too.
It's still. Go ahead, Soda.
I was gonna say they fucked the sound up too. Apparently, really bad. That was the.
So dumb.
I don't know why they do this, but this is a PlayStation exclusive, I believe, this time. So it's like, let's go get the PlayStation guys' monies now.
I just sold a PlayStation.
Like,
Useless
this is. I don't.
for me. I don't play it anymore.
The level of frustration, and if seeing whole racks, I'm a child. If seeing
Racks?
whole
Child.
racks
Said
of
racks.
this game, not the remastered, but The Last of Us Part 2, if seeing whole racks in stores, just wall to wall, full of this game,
Imagine that.
wasn't an indicator of how poorly it was selling,
Uh-oh.
that it does not deserve a remaster yet, then Naughty Dog they're fucking delusional. This is not
And they're
going to
hiring.
sell.
They're hiring.
They're ramping up for another game.
They're ramping up for
Another-
another game. Really?
Remaster.
I feel like they're
Yeah.
just ramping up so they can lay people off again.
This is how you can tell, Hero. If you go to creativeheads.net and sign up for their weekly newsletter, and then put in game development animator for games, that sort of thing, you'll see all the companies that are looking to hire stuff, and that gives you an indicator, or like a warning of, okay, they're ramping up for something. So that's how we know before everyone else does, guys. There's a little secret. I check 3 or 4 sources, and that's how I know. It's like, oh, they're ramping up. They're ramping up. They're probably working with them because I always see them in the credits. So we do a lot of research behind that. So I think they are I think I saw like a couple of positions for Naughty Dog in there a couple of weeks ago. But I was just looking on my own, but that type of stuff's scary. But the thing I'm concerned with, in like only combined and tested as far as costume design and character design, how old is this protagonist? Because she looks like she's cut.
12.
She's got very developed biceps. So I'm not denying the fact that she can get those biceps, but it is an apocalyptic world, and I don't think she's taking protein shakes. But if she's only 12, those arms are not accurate.
No.
You know, and I'm not body shaming. I'm making an observation based on age and gender. So
Okay.
I'd love to hear your opinion on the game as well as the character itself, if you don't mind.
Those two are not the same character, in case you were confused.
Oh, he's confused.
I thought they were the same character.
No. The one that's carrying the shotgun, that's Abby. She's the one that all the memes were made of. You know, with the female face on the giant masculine body.
And
Gotcha. So
says
that would be
early
more feasible.
20s.
If she's in her 20s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Go ahead.
that is also correct. The person in the background is the original secondary protagonist from the first one. I can't
Okay.
remember her name, but
Ellie.
she was the little girl from the first one.
Okay.
18 or 19.
Ellie, thank you, Penguin.
Ellie, that's what it is, yeah. Well, that would make more sense.
Incorrect, Ghost. You play as both of them throughout part 2.
Ghost isn't the smartest peanut in the turd.
Also true.
Wrong, dumbass.
Anyways, I've said an awful lot. I'm gonna call this one dead on arrival because it's, first of all, way too soon for a remaster, and second of all, there was way too many people that absolutely despised it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want something that we all like.
But
Oni?
anyways, I'm gonna pass this to whoever wants to pick it up and run with it. Go long, grand slam, whatever, sports ball words.
So
Whoa. I've
Soda.
not ever been a fan of this series because our friend that we don't talk to anymore is in love with this series. So I watched him play it, and not a big fan, but I do remember him bitching about the remastered and like I said, the sounds were off, and as they're talking
yeah.
in chat, like nothing looked remastered.
Oh, you're talking about the first one that got remastered 3 times.
Possibly,
Yeah.
yes.
Ugh.
But I also, they made a movie of this and they changed the story in the movie as they like to do nowadays. So
Yeah.
I've not heard any. I know some people really love this game, but I've never, from just hearing things, I've never had the inclination to even try it out, I guess. So I don't think this one's going to do well. So, Oni?
I mean, if it went badly the first time, why are you going to re-release it? When was the
Right.
last time Naughty Dog came out with an original IP? And
20 years ago.
I barely hazard to call 2 games one series. A series would imply, maybe 3 games, I would assume. Kingdom Hearts was a series that wound up getting extended through like lots of branches.
Yes.
Call of Duty is a series. Um, Tekken is a series. Last of Us 1 and 2. That's just the original and the sequel. That I don't know if I could count that as a series. So, why? Oh, wait, because you're desperate. Yeah. You would have saved money by just not doing it. You would have saved money by not buying out entire shelf space to sell a game that won't be bought. How do you fuck up sound when it was already done right the first time? By fucking it up in the remaster. That sounds like the Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning moment, but
Ooh.
at least that game was older than 2 years old when they decided to, remaster it. And by remaster it, I mean apparently bug it out somehow.
Somehow,
So
but
whatever. It didn't go well the first time. It's not going to go well the second time. I don't even know how Naughty Dog stays in business anymore. I don't know whose dick they're sucking to keep it going, but
Chieftains.
you might want to start harder.
Not mine.
Oh,
It's winter. You can't find it.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I will fully, for the misstep that is The Last of Us Part 2, I will fully lay the blame at the feet of Neil Druckmann. What can I say?
Cuckman.
The guy, I don't know. I heard some news about him recently, but I care so little about the guy that I forgot what it is.
He makes a huge impact on your life, obviously.
I think I heard that he was either retiring or trying to step aside for somebody new to take his lead position. But this guy, he's the guy that openly admitted to taking pointers from the podcast Feminist Agenda. Courtesy of the not so legendary, the greatly infamous Anita Sarkeesian. But apparently, further news on that front, she finally gave up her podcast because it stopped making money. So,
oh, you have
what?
to stop podcasts when they're not making money?
Oh, fuck.
I don't
Fuck.
know. I don't know. She's apparently retiring, giving up the grift. I don't know where you want to go with that one. So, Neil Druckmann, I can't get it right. His role model has retired, and I'm sure he's crying quietly in his bed sheets now about it. This guy can go take a long walk off a short pier, I think the saying is. I'll just say it. Die in a fire, you cunt.
Whoa.
Wow.
And this game's gonna fail.
Oh my God.
Are you sure? Can you tell us how you feel about that?
Violent. That's how I feel about it.
I was trying to look for your voice. I was going to say the shut up and dribble bitch.
Shut up and dribble, bitch. Neil Druckmann.
Yes.
Anyways,
The Last of Us will not die.
No. Never.
They're gonna merge it with Resident Evil and make a giant clusterfuck movie. And then We Are One, I Am One. They're gonna make it into a movie, and you can see Will Smith in the movie as well. Just combine all the zombie movies. The one with what's his face? Brad Pitt. What's that one?
Okay.
Interview with the
World War Z.
vampire.
World
Oh.
War Z. Not Interview
Yeah.
with the Vampire. Different mythical creature.
Yeah, I know.
But you put them all together, it just be like a 4-hour movie that has like it's a break in the middle of it. Just like, I have a rule: no running zombies. You can't have a running zombie. They're half dead. They could barely walk. They shouldn't be able to run. That's just one of my pet peeves.
They're super zombies, so.
I can understand vampires having speed because they use blood for sustenance, and there's like some sort of whimsical thing about them that they're able to move really fast. I get that.
Science.
Yeah, pseudoscience. I agree with that, pseudoscience, but not running zombies. Giant problem with running zombies.
The Walking Dead. What can I say?
Yeah. I see a zombie a Walking Dead. It's like, how do you lose all that weight? Oh, he's dead. Damn it. I gotta die to lose all that weight. So. Uh-oh. This is a very stylized game here. And I'm afraid to say which one's the girl now anymore. I'm kind of gun shy with that.
We can
I don't know
blame
what their
that
genders are.
completely on Badger because she's the ones that's been throwing traps at us. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that in real life. I don't like that in my video games. It just makes me very uncomfortable because everyone puts people in box. We have a natural prejudice. I'm like, oh, is that a girl? Is that a guy? I don't know. Oh, it's a dude in a dress. Okay, great. Okay, they considered them. Okay, all right. That's your name. That's the game we're playing. Okay, good, fine. We'll play your game. But Ace Attorney trilogy for Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney, or Ace Attorney Apollo Justice trilogy.
You know what? Just pick one and go with it.
Yeah, okay. Ace Attorney Apollo Justice trilogy. It comes out January 25th, and yeah, there's some gameplay here, bonus footage. Let's take a look.
And I'm just gonna go with right.
Yes. Thank you, Badger.
The gameplay
fucking
does
troll
kind
video she puts on there. That was great.
It's great that I love it.
That's fucking
But the
funny.
Ace Attorney games do kind of play like that, so
That's hilarious. Sure. We know it's a joke. It's funny. And it's like Oni's in the chat. I can just hear Oni in my head going, Badger. Like that. Is that the tone you would? Yeah. What's that?
I wasn't admonishing her.
Oh.
should have chosen the Johnny Depp. I would have totally been.
Oh, that would have been good too. Ooh, that would have been good too.
Oh man. Like I said, this is gonna make money because Ace Attorney is hella popular. It's got a very strong following, so this is gonna be a success. Anybody else?
What is it on? Is it on Switch or?
These are all
No,
PlayStation releases.
I think this
PlayStation
one's on Steam too.
Well, Ace Attorney is was pretty big on the Game Boy platforms and as well, so I don't think I think you'll see it on most consoles.
It is on Steam, yeah. January 24th.
Oh wow.
Oh, Phoenix.
They'll probably make money. Hero says there's a market for it, so gotta.
Well, apparently, it's kind of a cult classic thing going.
You're
It
correct.
is.
You're correct,
Yeah.
Oni. So that just means that this one's just on multiple platforms.
Badger tried to get me to buy it. I said no. So I looked at it. Didn't look like my thing. So no comment from me, I guess, overall. I know it's a cult classic. Cult classics usually do well, so
Yeah. And here's Badger trying to say, we're not a cult, we're totally normal. Badger, I adore you, but let's be real.
There's nothing normal
nothing
about
normal
it.
about you.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
So I'll yield to Hero and Oni to that is going to be a very delightful release for people in a few days.
Mhm.
What's it? Was it today's 96 days? Less than a week?
yeah, next week.
Yeah. Thursday release.
24th.
You know
Wednesday.
how I don't like, I'm not say don't like, I'm not a fan of anime, but I really like these characters.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
The
not being a
gameplay
fan, me
about
liking
it,
it, that's a
I'm gonna just say it straight out. Like the gameplay, the way these games play, it's supposedly it's like a very over dramatized courtroom situation. Some of the games you actually, as a lawyer, can go out and conduct investigations, which has no
Cool.
basis in reality. And the way everything plays out is very, I feel, manga-esque. So it's like reading a comic, just about. You know, just the way it plays, it just feels more like you're playing a comic. So it doesn't appeal to everybody, obviously, but again, I really think I really think it's going to be very popular.
very nice. It's going to be very popular. Gonna make lots of money.
Oni, did you have anything to add on for it?
Yeah, it's because it's fictional. It's set in the future where the justice system is different. That's why the court systems run the way they are, where lawyers go find evidence. It's in a fictional world where the judge is essentially just like some dude up on a podium who listens to both sides and declares whether you're guilty or not a jury. So it literally deals with ghosts and supernatural stuff because Phoenix Wright's mentor still speaks to him as a ghost. And he works with her younger sister, who is a medium who can channel her sister. And one of the cases is you solve how she was killed. So it's totally made up. It's totally fictional. It's set in the future. That's why everybody looks so, extravagant and avant-garde stuff. But so it's not just a difference in, it's not just a difference in legal stuff. It's literally a fictional world where there are no juries.
Oh. Kind of like concept of Judge Dredd, right? Like it's kind of as far as like not a traditional justice system, like they're out there, they're kind of like cops, but they're judges so they pass judgment on people and you're found guilty, so they have street judges. Kind of like the same thing here, except there's no juries and stuff. So that's pretty interesting.
No, you're guilty, jump out. No, you're innocent. Well, you're just guilty here. So.
That's what happens with me every time I go to court in Florida and in New York. They always presume I'm guilty. Anyways, some kid said that sounded like Droopy the dog from the cartoons. Is that Droopy? I'm like, yeah, that's Droopy.
It's a very strange Droopy.
Wow.
Gangbusters. Boom.
Derek just
Like
sent
a
me.
Dragon, Infinite Wealth, January 26th.
Derek sent me apparently the liquor bottle shaped like a penis now, and he says coming soon to an ER near you.
Oh my god.
Well,
I'm going to channel that one EMT we all know.
I'm using that in a trailer. That just whole movement there. It's gonna be perfect for a trailer.
2 words, and I'm being dead serious, or you will wind up on one of those episodes. Flared base. Leaving it there.
what they're trying to imply is don't lose it. Yeah, Like a Dragon. It's part of the Yakuza series. The initial
What
Like
the
a Dragon
fuck?
was kind of a tactical RPG like you would see from a Fire Emblem. Um Final Fantasy Tactics, I think. I'm kind of putting that out there. I don't know if that's accurate. But it was hugely popular. It wasn't traditional like the other Yakuza games where you were kind of, an overhead three, not an overhead view, but like a free roam RPG where you're controlling the character all the time. No, this was different. You have basically a set of units and you move them around a board like a chessboard, but they all have different techniques, different moves.
You said unit.
Yes, I
Sweet.
said. But
The
I
big
think
unit.
this one's going to be. I think this one's going to be absolutely popular and sell very, very well. I yield my time.
This one should make a lot of money because I know like the first one did too, but I know the first one had a bunch of like mini games within it. Like I seen like it was like a rock band inside there, like a lot of crazy shit. Look, I almost bought it, so I might buy this one instead. What's the release date on this one?
January
26.
26th.
I buy it.
I would recommend playing the previous Like a Dragon as well.
Well, I was going to.
I'm
Actually,
pretty sure they lead into each other.
well, this one
That's how
is
sequels tend to work.
Well, I mean,
Sorry, that was
not always. Also, I absolutely adore the plush group that you have there.
thanks.
Are they your backup dancers?
I don't dance, so no.
So they're your
Uh-oh.
foreground dancers.
You can dance if you want. And the base game on this one's $70.
Ooh,
Wow.
what company made it again?
Ultimate Edition's 110.
Oh,
Ryu Guy Gotuka Studio? Sega?
Oh,
Peach
okay, so it is
oh,
Sega.
fucker.
Okay,
Sega.
I say this with love and respect because obviously Badger and I grew up with Sega a little bit. It's good to know that they haven't fucking drowned.
Yeah.
It's also really good that they are not only hoping and praying that Sonic will keep them afloat because that fucker can't swim.
Double dibble.
Never have.
I know the chances of them ever releasing a new console ever again are unfortunately rather slim.
Mhm.
They've
I
been
think they
talking
I think they
about
were
it.
smart to step away from the console wars when they did.
The Dreamcast was a bomb.
I heard it was ahead of its time, which was a problem because of its price tag.
Yeah.
If they worked on hardware and sold off hardware, I wonder if they could do as well or better. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. But it's good to know that their adult themed games are doing well because the Yakuza series, I mean, it's been around for a while, so it's good to know that it still has a fan base that actually plays it and doesn't hate it. Unlike some other games that we were talking about earlier, who dropped their crown and then kicked it under the table.
Well, apparently, owning this one, you can be a linebacker. And for some reason, you're kicking a human head across the field. So
I don't need to be a linebacker to kick a human head across the field. I just need to find a human head.
apparently, it's a
You
job.
just paint my face on it. You're good.
There's a linebacker job.
So
And a tennis job.
I continue to hear rumors, and they are not much more than that.
A nice water bottle.
That Sega
Wish I had one.
is going to make its return to the console market. I don't know if I doubt it or if I believe it, but yes.
It looks like he's. I'm not going to say that. That's really inappropriate. I'm sorry.
Say it.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I'm hearing a cat meow from behind the door too. I know
Say
it's
it,
Smitty. Hello.
Odie.
Yes, you're very
Say
cute.
something dirty.
What, Smitty? Well, I'm on the stream, so I can't really help you right now.
Here we have
That's fucking funny.
a moment
Okay.
where Oni continuously has conversation with her cats. And her cats respond and reply in kind, and she
Well,
understands.
Smitty likes to talk often and loudly.
Yes, especially when there's
Looks
a
like
closed door.
It looks like he has a dick in between his eyebrows.
Oh
Okay.
my!
Oh my god.
Thank you. Oh, no, is that a
I
dick
didn't
or a
even think
scrotum?
that. That's fucking funny.
You have a vagina.
I regret ever hearing those words ever in my life. I would like to die now, please.
Badger's
We're
just
gonna
making
talk
it
about
worse.
the penis. We're gonna talk about the vagina. Remember that on Beavis and Butthead, and they weren't allowed to laugh in class, and
Oh,
their
yeah.
heads were turning like beet red when they were in sex ed. And they're going,
Badger says she loves you, Smitty.
Every time
That
I
is his
see it
full name.
written out, it is so painful to try and pronunciate in my
Hey,
mind.
Ghost.
Uh-oh.
No.
no, that would be a human interaction between inanimate objects, and Oni doesn't do that. No one should do that, actually. That's just weird. With action figures or dolls.
Well, anyway.
Those videos will drop next week, by the way, guys. See the doll action figure thing conversation we had. That's dropping next week.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's very actiony, I think I said last week. They're very
did you have
actiony.
more to offer on this, Oni?
No, not really. I'm just glad it's doing well and that people
I love
actually
you,
look forward
Smitty
to it.
Urban Jaegerman Jensen.
Wow, the
I sent him
freaking-
love.
The
Thank you for
freaking
the 5
text to
biddies.
speech actually pronounced it better than I could ever dream of.
Right?
Yep. Smitty Warben Jaegerman Jensen.
I feel so inadequate.
And I would not want to see, like, does he have papers? Like, you know, like when you adopt like if you adopt a dog, like I had a purebred dog, they have papers and they have to have the name on them. So if they're just flat out adopted, I guess that look on the stain on your face says no.
Ponyo just showed up at my apartment. Badger brought Smitty home, finding him on the side of the freeway. Chi was found at a gas station. They don't have papers.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
There
they're
it
just
is.
adopted. Okay. Soda just sent me the liquor bottle that's shaped like a penis.
It's fucking
I don't know if I
funny.
could. I don't know if I could show this on a live.
I don't
but
know if it's an actual, like, if it just looks like it or.
It's so weird. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I seen the gray set.
You
The
do
gray
realize
sweatpants.
people make them of the female anatomy too, though.
It's
Yeah,
called- well, I
I
mean, the
guarantee
bottle
you
is
it's
called.
real. I've seen more than one liquor bottle shaped that way. It is disturbing.
Well, the alcohol is called
I feel
just
inadequate when I see it.
just the tipsy.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, that's what the name of the alcohol is. Just the tipsy.
Oh my god, it is.
Oh,
I had to
All
zoom
right.
in on it.
F for Magma, we are utterly roasting him. Oops. Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
hey Magma, what's up?
Anyways, Tekken 8.
Yeah,
Gangbusters. $1 billion
I think that's
movie.
gonna.
Oh wait,
that
I'm
shit's
sorry,
gonna
it's a
blow
video
up.
game.
Yeah. I don't think only you don't play fighting games, do you? I
Not
don't
really, unless you count. Give me a second.
I count slamming the buttons on my controller a fighting game because I'm fighting with the controller. So
That sounds accurate and rage-inducing. Actually,
yes,
very
like
on
button
brand for the
mashing son of a
keeper.
bitch. Okay, let me go to full shot here. Okay,
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball.
You know
Okay.
what? I can't
Yeah,
get mad at that.
Yeah. I don't know if you'd call Pokemon a fighting. I guess it would be kind of a fighting
No,
game.
that would be turn-based.
Turn-based,
Turn-based
okay.
and collecting.
Gotcha.
Like Power World.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do an impromptu improv of that one because we said we were going to do it and then we forgot to include it in the notes.
What's that?
Power World.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, I would consider that a fighting game, and yeah, I still Tekken 8. It's gonna do gangbusters. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
Tekken 7 was phenomenal. Like more story in a Tekken game than I realized there ever was in any other. So I expect big things from this. And honestly, Tekken 7 really just felt like part one of a movie. Like you know how
Really,
they
very
did with
cinematic, huh?
yes, like all the fights were really well done, really well thought out. All the cutscenes were thought out. I still don't know why they put Akuma from Street Fighter in it, but you know what? People gonna be weird and do weird shit.
I guess.
Um,
I like doing weird shit.
either way, it just as good as Tekken 7 was, it really did just feel like a big ass preview slash trailer for Tekken 8. On that, and once again, I'll say again, this one's going to do amazing. It's going to be a contender for one of the game of the years.
Wow,
It's gonna be a
prediction from Hero here. He's gonna say this is gonna game of the year. We got to record this. We got to
I
clip
really
that.
think that it will be a contender for game of the year. I don't know if it's gonna make it into the running, but
The Tekken games never miss, though. It seems like.
I feel like it's going to get a lot of nominations at the very least. But
yeah,
only
I don't understand.
like,
I don't like what. How can they be so successful and then like other fighting games fall by the wayside? Like Mortal Kombat 1. Like there was all this hype for it, and then it was just like fell flat. Like it didn't even make a nomination this year in the Game Awards, right?
It's because they took the two
Tony.
best characters and put them out as DLC 3 months later.
Well, there is that.
Okay.
Omni-Man and Homelander. I can do whatever the fuck I
Give
want.
me fucking break.
Ashley, look at me. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh
dun.
God,
Dun, 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 dun.
that's the worst
I'm
thing
doing
I've
that
seen.
in the meeting on Wednesday.
No, well, I mean, I don't care what you do.
Well, not our meeting, our IRL meeting.
Lord.
Mornings.
Anyways, since
We have meetings.
Soda was trolling us, what were you saying, Oni?
The reason why I think Tekken does so well is because they know most of their market isn't going to be your typical fighting game Call of Duty player. Mortal Kombat tries to play into the gamer fantasy, whereas Tekken has never forgotten, to my knowledge, their roots of the arcades. I don't think they have necessarily the loudest following here in the West, but it would not surprise me if they had a hardcore following here in the West. So, again, if your competition can be as loud as they want to, as long as you're taking care of your shit and you're taking care of your people, who fucking cares?
I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know really the culture of fighting games. But I do know both Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1 fell flat on their faces shortly after release. The only thing I think that's keeping Street Fighter 6 alive at the moment
Chun-Li.
Well, aside from Chun-Li,
Kidding. Okay, look, she looks absolutely gorgeous.
every freaking release over the last few years, yes. But
Real life Chun-Li is hot.
I like the only thing keeping Street Fighter 6 alive at the moment are the tournament circuits. And
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Capcom is doing their damnedest to smother their entire fan base. Everything from Street Fighter all the way up to every freaking game they've ever released.
It's
Because
because
they're releasing fucking DRM that's killing mods because they are treating mods as cheating.
it's because they can't capitalize on it is the reason why they're giving themselves self-inflicted wounds. I'll fix you guys. We'll do all this other shit so you won't do it. Well, fuck you. They'll go somewhere else. They'll
Yeah. I mean,
listen,
I think,
listen, bitches, there's always another game.
I think you are, if not 100% correct, I would give you a very, very high B on that.
Yeah.
I think that is
A minus.
I think that is 100% accurate to at least a high degree. Because
I don't like it when game studios do that, Hero. It's like spitting in the eye of the people that are feeding your family. It's just like,
Right.
What are you doing?
the thing, like what's got me crazy, like got me thinking this is crazy is it's driving me crazy. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, this is crazy.
But what's got
Call me maybe.
aggravated about it is this: your fan base is what's creating these mods. Your fan base is what is creating these mods. That being said, why are you attacking your fan base when it is leading to you making more money, and not just money off of new product, but
Give us some fucking
legacy
money.
product? They're going as far back as like old releases of Resident Evil, and they're doing mods on this.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody has these old releases. That means they're going back and buying old games. That you're making more money off of games you released 10, 15, 20 fucking years ago.
Well, they're probably buying them at GameStop and not directly with them, right?
Well, I
So
mean,
they're not making money off of them.
computer games, most of the time, they're probably going to one of the markets. So I'm thinking,
Oh, okay. That's what you mean. Okay.
you
Yeah,
don't
that makes
generally
sense.
get to mod console games
Yeah.
easily,
Okay.
I should say.
And yeah, there were some ways. There were some ways, and there were some
Mhm.
cheats to play games that were outside of your region code. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Like I amend my statement and I bow to your wisdom. Easily. Anyways, I've droned
Kiss
on
her
enough
feet.
about this. Anybody else?
I think I said my piece. So if anyone's got comments.
He's Tekken. I think it's gonna do great. So, plus I love watching them throw controllers at each other at the tournament. So,
Oh,
our backpacks, whatever they have available at the time.
That's why I'm so glad I never got really good at Call of Duty, because I'd be like punching somebody in the fucking face and none of those things. Just like jumping on them, grabbing by the hair and just
Jumping over the desk.
breaking their fucking nose.
Come here, motherfucker.
You fucking camping piece of shit. Come here, you fucking cheater. Friggin' choke them out.
Doubt too many pros camp though.
Put them in a fucking guillotine and shit. I'd be so mad. I get unhealthy mad there.
I think it's so funny that Badger put in there, I'm lost as to why there are so many of these.
Right?
There is an actual cohesive story. You would be so surprised.
Yeah.
And they haven't even needed a reboot to keep telling it.
Well,
Right.
True.
Facts.
mhm.
Netflix giveaway. I think we established the rules.
Did you? Because I think I missed it.
Okay. You were the ones who actually initiated the rules. No? Am I wrong?
Not exact. I was suggesting we use last year's rules and maybe add to them, but
Oh, okay.
I never went into detail.
Oh, okay. So we're still working out the rules. So I think, what was it? It was something like if you get a tier 1 sub, it's like 3 chances or something like that.
Yeah, I think we were.
Yeah, we'll put the breakdown because we have a meeting this Sunday, right?
Yes.
We'll write the breakdowns on the slide for you guys next week, and then you guys can screen grab it, or you can check our social media outlets because we're going to throw it all over the place. So we'll be giving a Netflix giveaway. Hopefully the code still works.
Hopefully.
This is not game related, but because we have 2 veterans on our lives, I thought this was a great little kind of fun story to hear about here. The very first active military to win Miss America, Air Force 2nd Lieutenant pilot. Oh shit! I forgot her name. Can't remember. Damn it! Can't remember her name now. But I can look it up really quick. But she won Miss America, the only active duty one. And if you ever hear her answers, they're not bullshit answers on Miss America. But congratulations to her.
Madison Marsh, says Gazoo.
Marsh, that's what it was. Marsh.
Well,
Yeah.
Gazoo just gave her whole name right there. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, second lieutenant Madison Marsh. And they asked her a question about leadership and that sort of thing. And she's the president of a pancreatic research center named in her mother's name, who died of pancreatic cancer. So she runs a nonprofit, active duty pilot, 2nd lieutenant, and I think she's Ivy League Harvard graduate.
Damn.
So she is a Renaissance woman, I would say. It's crazy.
That's insane. And to add to that, she won this shortly after she commissioned. 2nd lieutenant is the lowest officer rank,
right?
For the
Air Force
military, and I read somewhere that she had just graduated and thus was finally authorized to pin on her rank. So she was doing college. She was doing her training, and she was competing in this at the same time.
It's nuts. She was formerly Miss Colorado.
Freaking superwoman. That's all I can say.
That's
Right.
crazy.
Modern day. And she doesn't have a penis, so bonus.
Yeah, you stole my joke, you motherfucker.
Damn.
I told him I was going to drop that joke
Oh,
because
you act like
the
I pay attention
LGBT
to you.
community is going to be mad because she wasn't a man.
Oh.
So, damn it, Soda, I fucking hate you.
I remember that now. Sorry.
You suck.
I had a rough night last night. I forgot
No, it's okay.
stuff.
No, you're fine.
You were playing with that
but we do
liquor
have an
bottle last
AI
night.
of if one of our hosts was Miss America. So here's a picture of Oni as just kidding. I was going to do an AI of everybody as Miss America and put it on there. I thought it'd been funny.
I'd have been the winner by
That would
far.
have been, I think that would have actually been hilarious.
That would have been funny. I was going to AI everybody as with a crown on their head and everything like that.
Indiscriminate trolling right there.
Yeah, just
Would've been
everybody. I would look like a fucking horse.
BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman.
I was going to say
Yeah, I would
BoJack
totally
Horseman in a dress.
Totally, that would be me. With the buck teeth and everything. I wouldn't be able to pull off a red dress and a crown.
Oni as Miss America.
No, you will never, ever, ever,
not.
ever see Oni in a dress. Ever. I don't think that'll happen, right? I think you made that abundantly clear on another
She
live.
said
yeah.
she wore a dress once for a wedding and once for a divorce.
That's
It was
right.
the same dress.
It was the same dress. Yeah.
See? You guys just
Was
don't
it
pay
black?
attention. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that part. Yeah, if there's a
That
better
is
chance of
poetic,
putting
Oni. That is like
Yes, I know.
a
Start
level,
something and finish it. Why not bookend it with the same
There
garment?
you go.
I
a
remember the
level of intent and maliciousness that I absolutely adore.
That's great, though.
I hope he got the message loud and clear.
He wasn't there. He didn't have to be there. I had to remind him to send the fucking papers.
Oh, wow.
Well, then I'm absolutely disappointed that he didn't see that and see that intent. But I doubt that at the moment would have been, or I don't doubt that it would have been lost on him anyways.
I
I don't
see
pay
more
attention to
Oni.
people who are no longer in my life, so
Fair.
I could totally see you, like, if we were doing something formal, like a tuxedo with the tails, the jacket with the tails,
call that a tailcoat.
tailcoat. Yeah, and I could totally see you in that.
I do have a tailcoat. I just need to alter it to fit me.
And spats.
My mom found one somehow. She knows people, so
Yeah, I think that you would look really fucking sharp in that shit.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Tailcoat,
Like,
I think, is a garment that would suit damn near any body type.
I would look like the dude from that Christmas movie that broke in the homeless dude that broke into the house over the summer, over the winter time, and he would like live in the house and leave. But he had like, he was a homeless dude, but he had like the tails and everything, and the top hat and everything, and the cigars and shit. But I would totally be
Cat in the Hat.
Good lord.
Is this Hero? Hero? Is that your doppelganger?
No. I thought I told
I'm just
you
kidding,
that
I
the
know
last
it's just-
person that said that I
Oh,
want
Lord.
back.
The face of a man who knows how to have fun.
So this
If you
is a
don't
little
know
bit
who this man
misleading.
is- What's that?
This slide is a little bit misleading. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I feel like it is appropriate. This is Billy Mitchell. And no, he did not win his lawsuit against Twin Galaxies.
Why don't you give a little backstory on it before we go into that,
Oh,
so everybody
yeah,
knows?
You're right. I am assuming that people follow. Wow.
That was loud.
I was kind of assuming that people do follow retro gaming and speedrunning, but that's not true. So Billy
Right.
Mitchell was the guy from King of Kong, the documentary that painted him a little bit as a villain, but every documentary that's done in a dramatic way needs a villain, as Billy Mitchell said. But he was the guy that was the first to rate or score as high as he did in original Donkey Kong. We're talking arcade speedrunning and arcade, game playing. He broke records left and right back in, I think it was the 90s and early 2000s. Ultimately, what happened was there was evidence found that Billy Mitchell could have been cheating in his record breaking. Now, nothing ever conclusive was found. A lot of the allegations were brought forward based off of video evidence, and a lot of his records at the time that he had broke them were recorded using VHS.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, based off of a testimony brought forward by an engineer that specialized in arcade cabinets, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, the guy literally just blew the allegations out of the water, saying that all of these video artifacts could be caused by alternatingly aging components in the arcade cabinets, because we're talking about equipment that's been around for 40 years.
Yeah.
Different circuit boards,
I'm old.
components
I'm old.
aging at different rates, swapping out old components from other cabinets. A
soda's
lot of this
age.
stuff is not
29.
production anymore. So we're talking about, again,
69.
40-year-old components.
Not yet.
He's saying that, hey, these artifacts could be produced by shit failing, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you credit for that. So in the background, Twin Galaxies and Billy Mitchell, after 6 years, after being removed from the Guinness Book of World Records and being restored in the Guinness Book of World Records, and then having all of his scores removed from the Twin Galaxies leaderboards, which at the moment are probably one of the only leaderboards remaining anymore for old school arcades.
Yeah.
His lawyers and Twin Galaxies lawyers pushed for a settlement. Now, I also heard there
Give
is
us some fucking money.
a shadow of doubt. There is a shadow of doubt that these lawyers might have been doing some not so clean dealings, surprise, surprise, in the background that could have gotten them both in serious trouble. So it is my understanding that they pushed for settlement in the background because they were afraid that their bullshit was going to get brought into the forefront and brought to light.
Good lord.
Good lord.
Yeah. I have not found a lot to
Wow,
corroborate that,
really?
but
Yeah.
there's a lot that I can.
Twin
Wow.
Galaxy's lawyer got caught texting to one of the jury members.
Two of the jury members. Ooh.
What an idiot.
See, I didn't know that was that. I didn't know it was that level of dirty dealing. Okay, so yeah,
Some Stormy Daniels shit going on.
So yeah, they're apparently. I didn't find anything to confirm that until now. So yeah, that's the long story. Kind of shorten as best I can. So I say congratulations to Billy Mitchell to having his records restored. Hopefully, if you were actually cheating and using emulators, hopefully you knock that shit off. And good luck in your future dealings. He said that he would like to move on with his life and move on to other unfinished business, and that he's glad that his historical records were restored. He's still banned from Twin Galaxies. I doubt that he wants to go back there after they dragged him through 6 years of misery.
What does he do for a living?
I don't even fucking know.
Like, there's no way. Like, I play King Kong. I play Donkey Kong from the 1980s for a living. There's got to be something he does for a living, right? Like personal appearances or anything?
I don't.
I know he did some. I've watched quite a few videos, but what he actually does, let's see if we can.
So he's like a Kardashian. He's famous for being famous.
I mean, his
More or less.
Minus the plastic surgery.
it just
I
says
want
he's
to
a
be famous to
gamer.
get plastic surgery. I need like the tens of thousands of dollars in plastic surgery.
That's his
Oh.
title. Billy Mitchell, gamer.
Yeah,
That's it?
all I've ever known him for was gaming, and I had mad respect for him for being like a retro gaming from
Oh, he's in
Is
a
that
few
I-
movies, apparently.
Let me guess.
He does
Pick.
cameos.
The King of Kong, Man versus Snake, Chasing Ghost, The King of Arcade.
Those are all arcade documentaries.
Well, he's in
King of
every one
Kong
of
is
them.
Donkey Kong.
The Video
Yeah.
Craze, Nintendo Quest, The Apollo.
Yeah, King of Kong is Donkey Kong. Chasing Ghosts is Pac-Man. What was the something about snakes? That was,
Man versus Snakes, The Long and something.
Yeah, that's that one freaking
Long
snake
and
game.
Twisted.
That's that snake game where you go around the screen eating little pellets
Oh,
Yeah.
longer.
yeah,
I can't
yeah.
remember what that one was called.
Yeah.
Centipede, probably.
No, Centipede was different. Like it would go down. It would come down the arcade and you would shoot them up.
Oh,
The snake game would just be like you're eating pellets and then you get bigger and bigger and bigger until
eat
like
your
there's
tail.
no room.
Oh, yeah.
I know a little bit about
those were
retro
all
games.
documentaries about classic arcade games that he played that he got records in. So it's not really that he's famous for movies.
He's
Yeah, but
famous for
I-
being a gamer and controversial. Anaconda, someone says Oni said Python or Anaconda. I think.
Ah.
I just don't
I
understand
can just say it out loud, it's fine.
why. I mean, he's almost 60, so it's
Is he
just
that? Yeah, I could see the beard dye.
it's kind of like, why are you doing this? Like, who cares?
Well,
I-
the thing-
I
It's a
mean,
legacy thing.
I
Yeah.
guess so, but it's not like it's anything recent. So, like,
it's all stuff that like his historical records that have all been apparently beaten now for the most part, but his historical records are what gave him fame, and I think that a lot of what he did had a lot to do with that fame, and having his reputation tarnished with people calling him a cheater would affect his ability to
see, I have a
gain
net,
income.
net worth for him.
But
So which
Estimated-
FD is controversial.
His estimated net value is $1 million.
$1 million.
Apparently, he has a restaurant chain called Ricky's Famous something.
It's called Over the Barrel.
oh god.
It's called I Stuck It to Donkey
Anybody?
Kong. That's the porn he's in.
Jesus.
The princess.
If
and
you
my
guys get
Donkey
bored,
Kong.
yeah, go watch all this stuff on this guy on YouTube. It gets pretty interesting.
Oh, it's a whole rabbit hole, dude. You'd be there for days looking up stuff.
Oh yeah.
Gazoo, of course, he is the authority on retro games. Not really, but he says, I think he cheated. That's what he says.
If he cheated, he did it well. And like I said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So
Yeah, that's what every Astros fan says, but yeah.
I don't know. My opinion on it is rather neutral because at first I was definitely on his side, and then I saw some of the way he was behaving. He was copyright striking YouTubers talking about it. He was going pretty hard in the paint against Twin Galaxies, which I understand because they were the ones that were pulling all his records. Omegon, as I remember, was one of the ones he copyright struck. Thank you for bringing that up, Boney. I couldn't remember the name.
How do you pronounce that? Say that again.
Omegon.
Omegon.
That was the other thing, Gazoo. Like there was strong there was strong things about strong evidence that he was using the MAME emulator, which has been both proven and disproven. I think where it counted, he used the.
Did I send that to you? Whoops, didn't mean to send that to you. Sorry, John.
Okay.
There was like evidence that he used the MAME emulator in his submission videos, but when it came to his time to actually perform, he was using actual legit equipment. So there was a lot of things he did that made me go, okay, this guy is fucking shady as shit, and I hope he fails. But at the same time, at this point, with the engineer that came in that corroborated his side of the story, I'm like, yeah, he's got some strong evidence to uphold his end. I don't know. I'm very neutral on it.
If he cheated, remove it. If he didn't, if you can't prove it, then shut the fuck up. That's the way I feel.
Well, that was another thing he did, and Gazoo also pointed out that he was using an eight directional joystick rather than a 4-directional joystick. So
what's the difference?
Well, 4-directional only goes up, down, left, and right. 8-directional goes up, down, left, right, and then all of the caddy corners.
Gotcha. And so that would be more of an advantage.
Yeah,
I would imagine
because
it was more rate of motion.
Galaxies, the rules for Twin Galaxies arcade leaderboards for the classics are very strict. It has to be original tech. It can't be refurbished or emulated. And what he used was an original arcade cabinet with the joystick replaced by an 8-directional.
Oh. Okay.
And then obviously Gazoo would remember a lot more about this.
Well, yeah, he's old. He knew Jesus. He had his first video game was an abacus.
Sweet.
Just kidding, Gazoo. Just joking.
Yeah, he was there with me. We were teaching magic tricks.
Don't say it.
I just said magic tricks. I didn't say the who.
We know the who because you say it all the fucking time.
You said a lot here. Oni, you got anything?
Actually, it's Hero's fault. He's the one who said that I walked with Jesus. So
I said you shook Jesus's hand.
Yeah, taught him how to build cabinets.
God.
You got anything, Oni?
I watched Omegon's video about this because I kind of forgot all this shit happened because I have this really interesting thing called life, not caring about people doing bullshit people things.
Good point.
At this point, what's done is done. I think Omegon's point was probably the most accurate. Both sides showed their ass. So no matter who was in the right or wrong, the way they behaved was
I like boobies.
Mm-hmm.
How does that even apply?
Wow.
The way they behaved was unbecoming, so it it kind of diminishes whatever victory could have possibly been gained. I understand wanting to defend your legacy. I understand wanting to defend your character. Acting like a jackass about it is doing you no favors. Um, I would think you would know by now. Tampering with the jury is like one of the fastest way to get your ass thrown out of court,
Mhm.
and then also like dragged through the dirt behind a truck. But I guess some people just don't know that. Maybe you should go touch grass and interact with real people instead of old video games every once in a while, and you know that. So, you know, what are we left with? Not much else to say because so much time has passed, no one really cares, and so much damage was done. No one wants to talk about it anyways. We've already moved on.
True.
Speaking of moving on,
Gazoo, that's an instant mistrial in most countries.
yeah,
But it never had the chance to go to jury because they decided to settle in the background. Probably because they got fucking busted.
Uh,
yep, give me
True.
money.
Give us some fucking money.
Give us some fucking money.
Give us some fucking money.
That's right.
Exactly. Next up, it's soda six pack. Do 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 do.
Oh, I thought we were going on. Damn it.
Dreamcast,
Dreamcast.
Super Nintendo, a giant Xbox controller that was bigger than your face.
Wow.
Yep. Shit looked like Godzilla taking over Tokyo.
It is
Da-da,
Godzilla.
da-da. I had like 7 of those controllers.
Probably because you threw them all.
No, I bought them from my friends
Wow.
so we could play like have LAN parties and shit. That's where some of my college money went.
All right, guys. So following up on our last couple of weeks, we actually went and found some games that you guys might actually still have in your closet somewhere, your collection. Because I mean, we've been going over, $1 million games. So I went out and found some lower end games, but still, if you have one laying around, definitely worth some money. Too bad we don't have slides of any of these, but first one, Futurama, the video game for Xbox.
They made a video game for that?
Probably that's why it's worth a little bit of money. It's only $150, but if you have one laying around, hey, that's not bad. Some of you might have Outrun 2006, also Xbox, $200. So I'm just trying to go down a list here. I
Damn
have
it, Oni,
40.
you should warn me before you type that shit.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at the games he was listing. My bad. I'm sorry.
Law. And here's one for Gazoo here.
Skeletons.
Spelunker for the Commodore 64. 300.
Oh man,
Gotta
I
be
know
worth about a
Spelunker.
couple thousand at the very least.
300.
They have an emulator for that, and they my history of gaming class for the other school, they have to play Spelunker as their homework.
Law.
Yeah.
Now here's a cool one. I know probably nobody in here has it, but yeah, Gazoo, $300. It's called Steel Battalion. Apparently, it came with a crazy ass giant joystick with
Yes, it
foot
did.
pedals.
I remember that game.
Let me look up an image really quick.
It made you feel like you were in a fucking tank. I've
Yeah,
seen
that's what it was. Yeah.
hashtag bring it back.
Oh shit, I found it. Hold on, I'm gonna load it in there really quick. Let me just go to let's just go to the 4 shot here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool
I'll
looking.
just throw it in the slides.
I don't remember this, but some of you guys, well, apparently Oni knows it.
I watched a lot of videos about historical games, and I think that was before
Oh.
the original Xbox, right?
This was for Xbox
Yeah,
2002.
Yeah, because it was one of those experimental things.
Yes, the controller was massive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's
It
huge.
looked cool
I'm looking
though.
at it. Yeah,
It
I
does
think my
look
cousin
cool,
had this.
but I can say with personal experience that's not anything like the inside of a tank. It's a lot more basic than
Well,
that.
I don't think anybody would actually. Well, maybe.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, look at that thing. Yep, if you got one of those laying around, you got 400 extra bucks. So, but I'm afraid to see
How
what
much did you pay for it initially?
Oh, they only made 2,000 copies. That's why.
Oh.
That's supposed to be inside of a tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you happen to have that laying around, which I doubt anybody, I was a pretty big Xbox freak and I never heard anything about that game. So, but that controller, I mean, imagine if you just modded that, that would be pretty fun.
There's two
No,
controllers.
Kazoo, that's one controller.
Oh, that's one?
Yeah, that's one controller. That's two.
Oh my god.
Because it's supposed to be simulating the controls of the treads of a tank. Each tread is controlled individually by a stick. Depending on how old the tank you're driving, there could be a left stick and a right stick, or it could just be one yoke, just like a freaking Formula car. Which is
it has a clutch, a brake, and gas pedal.
What it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like there. That's not what it's like in an actual tank. But
Just imagine that though. Because you still have your shifter 2 knob. Oh, that's had to be complicated.
How do you play that on like a dinner tray or some shit? What? It's an Xbox. How the are you on the floor?
That's what I was thinking, because that's before there was really like gaming desk and all that, to hold that shit. So
that's crazy.
Well, most people have room on their desk and like cheap.
How they do.
I don't have room on my desk. My keyboard is on a keyboard slider, and then I have like a bunch of electronic equipment. I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Like if you have just, if I can get to my shot, but
so here's,
you can't see it here, but everything's all pushed away for the show.
You can barely fit
everything's all hidden. I got like fucking remotes everywhere.
I can vouch for what he's saying here.
Pizza.
He's got like zero room to maneuver. He has to like rotate under his desk and turn his chair to one side so he could get out from under it. If he doesn't move the keyboard tray just the right way, he'll bash his knees.
It's on an angle like this and down.
He's a good 6 inches taller than me, and that's pretty damn tall. So
yeah. Now he says that because he's like, I'm 6 feet tall. I'm like, no, you're like 5'9".
And every time he says it, he takes an inch away from me to sound like I'm shorter.
No,
right?
he's no, like, joking aside, you're around 5'10", 5'11". So
I've always said it depends on the doctor that's measuring my height, because I've gotten different measurements from every doctor I've seen.
No offense, it could also be the way that you actually stand.
Or your
that's
shoes.
true too.
There's a such thing as people having softening discs, losing height over the years. So
I have degenerating disc disease and I'm still 6 feet 6'1". I'm like, how did I get taller in my 40s? I'm like,
Could be calcification.
Yeah. There's something else to worry about.
I hope that's not the case, Oni.
There's something else for you to worry about, Chief.
Yeah, I pray to God I have enough problems with my feet and my back, so
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I've lost some height over the years, just from all the dumb shit I've had to do in the army. So
Like carry the weight of responsibility.
Yeah,
Yes.
if that's not what a rucksack feels like. God dang, 200-pound rucksack, freaking marching.
He likes the sex.
10 miles.
He does.
So the next one on the list, Joe can attest to this one for a bit of brief history. If you guys remember this, James Buster Douglas Knockout for Sega.
Oh wow!
And Sega Master System. It's worth $1,000. Well, basically, he's the one that knocked out Mike Tyson like it was a fluke, and they made a video game for him. Yeah.
Ah!
I actually saw that fight today. I watched it on video today.
So
oh my God, I have it here. Oh, I got it right here as a screen grab.
And here's a good one too. Fortnite Epic Games, of course, PlayStation 4, 2017, $1,000 unopened. I'm kind of shocked at that only 2017. So, of course, everybody probably opened their Fortnite, so I'm pretty sure I had the collector's edition, but it wasn't Fortnite that you guys know now. It was the original good game. All right, next one. Pokemon, Ruby and Sapphire. Oni.
Unboxed?
No, these are all boxed, I would imagine.
Okay.
So that
I mean box, I mean unopened, sorry.
yeah. Yeah, Ruby and Sapphire for the GameCube, $1,300. That sounds like something our twins might have.
Right?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Pokemon.
Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire on the GameCube.
Didn't have
$1,300.
GameCube, never owned Ruby, Sapphire,
Damn,
or Fire
of
Red
course.
Green.
Might
Here's
have
our-
the Game Boys. They might have the Game Boys.
We did not own Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald for any console.
Well, so here's a good one
Okay.
for you old school guys, if you remember the good old lovely game Zork. Anybody?
Zork?
Nobody? Zork was like amazing.
Z-O-R-K?
Yep,
Why
for
does
the
that
Apple.
sound familiar?
You probably played it was all text based. It's like, what do you want to do next? And you could be like, I want to do this. I want to do. It was kind of ahead of its time. So
Oh,
I know.
remember it now.
I was gonna say everybody played Zork. Yes, like
I mean,
it's been redone. That's the newer one. Yeah.
that's probably why I remember it, was some redone versions of it, because I
Oh, here it is right
didn't
here.
play the original.
Yeah, the original was text based. Yeah, like that. It'll ask you, what do you
You're
want to
in the
do?
bottom of a
Yeah.
seemingly endless stair, winding its way upward beyond your vision. An eerie light. I'm already falling asleep.
Well, now, but back
Back then, it was
Back
exciting.
then, it was exciting. Yeah.
that was 1980, so that's about
Yeah.
$3,000.
Wow.
Let's see what else we got on here that might be. Oh, World of Warcraft Collector's Edition is almost $5,000 now. That's crazy.
Wow.
Wish
You
my,
think people have more copies of that?
wish my Diablo 3 Collector's Edition was worth that much because I still got it. Let's see, anything else crazy on this? So some of you guys might have something. The original Tetris for the Sega Genesis, $25,000.
It was on the Sega Genesis?
The original one, yeah, 1989.
Which one?
I had that for the Game Boy.
Tetris,
you
Sega
don't.
Genesis. I had a Genesis, but I never bought Tetris, so it was probably pretty limited edition. Oh, there's only 10 thought to exist today, so that would make sense. And here's
Sure.
one. If you guys remember, you may or may not remember this. Air Raid for the Atari 2600,
Oh, dang.
3,500 smackers. Oh,
Air Raid?
35,000, yes. There's only 12 copies of this game out there, so
Oh, okay. I've seen that before.
and the rest of them we talked about. Unless you have the original Tetris for the Game Boy graded, then you're looking at 100K.
Afterburner's not worth anything?
No.
Hmm.
Most of these are like limited edition, and like they didn't make a lot of copies. A lot of copies got destroyed. But I'm kind of shocked with some of the newer ones, like Pokemons and Fortnites, and
Yeah, the recent ones.
that really shocked me. So of course I didn't go through all 40, but some that you may have, the rest of these nobody has. So or you may Pokemon Red for the Game Boy, graded perfects, 85 grand. Of course, the World Championship cartridges, but I believe there was only like 10 of those also. Oh, Final Fantasy VII. This is what shocked me for PlayStation 1. In fact, I had that same freaking game, but I played the hell out of it. $150,000. So if you hated Final Fantasy for some reason and never opened it, please send it to me.
Look, I
Uh-oh.
I know I'm not a very cultured person. I understand that. I don't understand humanity half the time. I really don't want to, honestly, because the other half scares me.
Mm-hmm.
I could almost understand modern art in terms of the market because it's all a rich Ponzi fucking scheme, okay?
Mhm.
It's the implied hoped for value of an item. Okay. But here I am about to invest money in a game I will never open and never play, get graded for the sole reason of sitting on it for 30 fucking years and
Exactly.
hope and pray someone pays for it. Look,
How would
I have plenty of games
anybody?
I have plenty of games I haven't opened. I mean, the problem is the answer is yet. What the fuck happened to the name tags?
Oh, okay. Let me
Just
reiterate this
kinda
one. Apparently,
do it.
this
That
copy
was the squirrel moment.
this copy didn't have a drill hole in the packaging, which means it was probably a promotional item or an employee copy. So that's why
It didn't
that
have a
one.
what on the package?
It says drill hole in the packaging.
What the fuck is a drill hole? Like they
Ah,
drilled
okay.
a hole into it?
I have no clue. I'm guessing maybe with the way it opened, remember it had like 6 discs or something crazy like that. So
Yeah, they
Oh.
did.
yeah, so that's why that one. Let me reiterate that, guys. Sorry. So
I just I'm with Oni on this one. How does anybody have any presence of mind to go, oh, this is going to be a revolutionary game in the game market.
it's the
I'm
same.
gonna not open this
It's the
and
same way we
sit
did
on
with
it.
our Star Wars figures, our GI Joe figures. Those,
See, the difference there is people actually collect them and they're action figures, and then they never open them. Why would you collect a video game that's meant to be opened and played?
I know a lot of people
I don't
that
think
buy.
action figures and dolls that are meant to be played. I'm just fucking saying.
You're
I,
again not necessarily wrong, but collectors do that regularly now.
yeah, I
Nowadays,
know
and you
people who
can
buy.
find them.
Yeah, I know people who buy like whenever even Fallout Collector Edition. She bought like 10 of them. I'm like, why the fuck do you need 10? Oh, I'm gonna put 9 of them up and open one. I did the same thing with Diablo 4, but yeah, we know how that went. So
I'm sorry. I
Very sorry.
I actually
I
made
laugh,
$100
but
on each one, so I'm okay with that. So. But I still think you guys can go buy them on Blizzard.
It's just I look at the damn the for Final Fantasy VII, for example.
Beanie Baby, don't get me started, Kazoo.
How
Pogs.
yeah, Pogs. I collected so many Pogs when I was younger.
what the fuck is a pog?
It
Oh, it's a
Like
little
a
cardboard like chip that has designs on it.
the way it was, you get they have this thing called
It's a
kinda
game.
like what is it the jacks game where you have a bouncy ball and you bounce the ball
Yeah.
to get the jacks. Well, this instead of a bouncy
Had a
ball,
slammer.
you have a slammer, which is like a metal disc, and then you have a bunch of card discs with art on one side of it. You put them face down in a stack, and then you hit them with the slammer. And for all the ones that flip picture up, you
There you
collect
go.
those as points. And there you go.
These are the things. The slammers are. Let me see if I can look up Pog slammers.
So it's
Sounds like a shot glass.
like jacks with extra steps
Right.
Kind of.
Yeah.
and made cheaply. Whereas with jacks, at least you get caltrops out of it.
I mean, I could throw the slammer at somebody's head if they pissed me off.
True.
Yeah, I guess this is a slammer.
It's a little bit thick to be a slammer.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a bigger version of a Pog.
It kind of was, and the slammer was usually made of some form of metal or plastic.
Bigger plastic.
That's a Pog slammer.
I never got into Pog.
I've never seen that before.
I've
Here's
never
one.
seen that one either.
Wow.
There you go. Wow.
OJ guilty or innocent? That's gotta be worth money. Yeah, and they had all different ones. You had like different for every type. They had like random graphics on them and stuff. Oni and
Also known as Pog Champion, one of the oldest emotes out there.
Wait,
Right.
is that
What's
where
the-
the term pog champ comes from?
I don't
Exactly.
know.
yeah,
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Fuck!
See, you learn something new every day on Laggin' Out.
I hate it.
Hmm. Yeah, they were very popular.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'd really rather be dealing with how fucked up D&D 5e is right now. Holy shit. Oh my gosh.
here's what do they call them? What did they call them back in the day? Holograms. They have hologram slammers.
No
Oh
skill.
man, these are the Pog cases.
Yeah, where you put all your pogs in them.
Oh wow, a Pogtainer is what it's called.
Why, Oni, you don't want to be our Pog champ?
You don't want to be a
Somebody's about
Pog
to
champ,
die.
Oni?
Hell no.
No one's champion.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, I had a lot.
Slam and Jammer.
I had a lot of different slammers. I had a freaking, you know, the candy containers you see in some of the candy stores and shit. I had one
Yeah.
of those full of pogs. The screw-on lid.
Wow.
He was the true Pog champ.
I certainly wasn't. I just collected them. You don't want to play? No, because you're gonna want to play by traditional tournament rules.
Pog rolls.
Which
is to say you're gonna lose?
No, it's to say that for everyone that gets flipped over, the person that flips them over gets to keep them at the end of the game.
Oh, that sounds
Right.
like Pokemon TCG rules where you have one card that's basically forfeit. Yep,
Nope.
I don't like.
You're not taking my shit. I will punch you in the face.
Oh,
Right.
kind of like video game subscription. You should get used to it. Don't tell me how to spend my fucking money. Maybe you should get used to sucking my dick by not paying for your fucking game anymore.
Whoa.
You could suck my virtual dick.
Sweet.
That's coined from Zombie Killer, by the way. She said, like, you could suck my virtual dick. It was episode 2, Lagging Out. Check it out. It's like 900 videos ago.
So those are my games for this week. Hope you enjoyed them.
Still more successful than the Last of Us series.
Next week, we'll be playing Double Dribble.
Double dribble.
Double Dibble. Double Dibble. Whoop, 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 whoop. Foul shot. Doing.
There probably
We'll see.
is a PC game somewhere out there, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's got to be a disc, right? It would have to be like a disc or a 3.5.
I mean, they make everything retro.
Oh, we
so-
actually didn't talk about Power World. I completely forgot about it.
What was it?
Power World,
World.
Oh, let's do it.
Pokemon with guns.
basically.
We could do that really quick.
Kind of an interesting game, actually. I kind of want
Looks
to try it.
interesting. I think it's got some chances to be very popular, but I also think it's got some chances to get completely demolished by Nintendo because they're
Yeah.
gonna try and be like, no, brand confusion.
Well, as usual, the
Exactly.
game for those of you who can't guess, Pog or Power or what is Power? Whatever. What do we call this game? Hold on. The Power World. Power World.
Is it PAL World?
Yeah, it's PAL World. So basically, pals are like Pokemon, except these you can make them do shit. They're basically your slaves. So
Oh my god.
if you want them to farm for you, they have to farm. You can equip them with guns, and they can protect
Oh,
your base. You
I have
can
an image here. Yeah, go ahead.
and basically they can fully automate anything from
Oh my
digging
God.
to chopping down trees. Yeah, there's one. They say
Oh my god, that's fucking horrible.
give the monkey the AK. Yeah, that's the name already.
Oh my god.
So you can build a house. It's kind of survival. You have to cook. You have to do a lot of stuff. Came out today. Apparently there is a few bugs. In fact, I was watching a streamer play it earlier, and the roofs don't go on the houses properly. So that's a bug I'm sure they'll fix. But yeah, you can basically lead the game on, tell your pals, as they call them, to go chop down trees, go mine for you, and they'll basically, like I said, there's a bunch of funny shit if you read the read the reviews on it about them being slaves and all kinds of Pokemon meets art. Let's see. There's no laws against the pals on Batman, you know, stuff like that.
So one of the things that I noticed because I saw the trailer, they are straight ripping off a lot of stuff from Pokemon. Like
Yeah.
they have capture balls or whatever. They're
Uh-huh.
glowing balls that look that have like rune designs on them. It looks nothing like a Pokeball, but you're like, yeah, it's a fucking Pokeball. There's no doubt that like that's literally a Pokeball. And like they all the trainers have poses, like fancy poses and shit, just like you see in the Pokemon game.
And they have the one one person I've seen riding looks like a chocobo. Like,
Oh my god.
oh, you could even cook the
You have a
chicken
Snorlax?
ones. I'm sure they have something like that.
They have a lot of
Ziggy's
designs
gear.
that look very much like Pokemon. So I don't know how.
Oh, apparently you can even poach. You can go like capture ones that are supposed to be not, you know, captured and the
Oh,
crime. Yeah. You can play with your friends, up to 4 people, so. But they also apparently this company made another game, Crapto.
oh, cool.
If America invented Pokemon. Right? Give them guns, right?
Oh yeah, here's the trailer.
Apparently you can cook that chicken if you want to.
Oh my god, they look like Pokemon.
So that's
Yeah.
the point, yeah.
Like if that ain't a Gyarados.
It's nice though. It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks really good. I've been watching it for a while. It's a pretty big world too.
Which is kind of cool. I'm like
It's like
There was
Overwatch
Snorlax.
meets Pokemon.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah.
see that like, but a lot of these designs just look just like actual
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Well, I mean, what's there? 500 Pokemon, 1,000 Pokemon now? Who knows?
Who knows anymore?
I'm sure Pokemon got inspiration from other crap.
Oh my god.
Actually, Pokemon was inspired by one of the creators whose name was Satoshi, which is where the Japanese name of Ash Ketchum, Satoshi, gets his name. His childhood days of bug collecting.
Oh.
I knew
Is
Badger would
that-
say something.
No, Badger, this is a game we're gonna play together.
We're playing this game on a group streams, Badger.
Thing is that are there other games in which you capture things and you can collect creatures? Yeah.
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
like, there are several. There, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the name? But there are a few. You could argue that in a way, Persona is kind of like it, but with spirits. The only concern I have with this is it is very much stylistically like Pokemon, and a lot of them do look like actual Pokemon. Like the tree elephant one, there's currently a
That one?
legendary Pokemon in the recent video games that have one like that.
But it does have a Gatling gun.
Not yet, but I'm sure.
Badger, I'm sorry that your the graphics suck ass. Seriously,
Are you kidding?
that looks
What?
almost literally on par with everything I've seen of Pokemon recently.
She's bitter. She's gonna have
Maybe.
to play it.
And yeah, I'm saying it is. Wow.
Well, see, you want me to play Pokemon, and I'll compromise and we'll play Power World. Problem solved.
There we go.
I think there's a lot of potential for this game. I also think there's a lot of potential for them to get sued into oblivion by
Yeah,
Nintendo.
right.
Because when we capture the cute pals, we're gonna cook them because we need food.
I think this game is gonna blow it up. It's gonna be more popular than Tekken.
Let's see how many sales they got.
I'm
right
kidding.
now. Well, they have 8,000 very positive reviews right now on day one. So.
Magma says
Magma's
game of the
baiting
year.
her out. He is baiting her out, and she
Oh
is
my god, he's
taking it
baiting
hook,
your
line, and
sister,
sinker.
Hoodie.
Oh, he's got the smirk going.
Badger is just she's getting trolled so hard, and she doesn't seem to grasp the reality of it.
Pokemon is better. I resist.
I'm gonna have to go see if they have any POW figures and send them all to her.
Chieftain, check your DM. I don't check DMs on the live.
He apparently sent you a link that he wants me to
Yeah,
see.
Oh,
he sent the link in the chat a second ago in Botrix.
in Discord or in here, or in Twitch. Sorry,
on Twitch. Botrix ate him, ate him alive.
Okay, I'll have to open up another window for that. Thank you, Oni.
I don't know what a Vaporeon is. Vaporeon? Hero can tell me.
Please don't tell me it's some adult thing that's fine.
No.
It's the lady from Family Guy saying, no.
Oh, Consuela? No. Would he send it in a whisper?
I don't know. He sent it in the chat that and it was a link to something, and then Botrix timed him out for 30 seconds for sending the link.
Send it on Discord then if it's
I could probably copy and paste it.
He said he sent it through Discord.
Oh, he said through Discord? I thought somebody said that.
There you go.
I'm trying to focus here, guys. I'm sorry.
There, it's in just.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
It won't.
Oh shit, that's funny. It's a bunch of hold on, let me. He didn't send a link, he sent a picture, right?
Yeah.
He keeps on changing his freaking name. I don't know who it is half the time.
Right.
Right click. Give nickname.
Image.
No penis. Got it. Done.
Hold on. I could just put it in here. Oh shit. Open in browser. There we go.
Gotta catch them all.
It's gonna be a little small. That's what she said. That's funny.
Sheep with the guns.
With fucking LMGs. That's funny. Thank you, Ghost.
Oh shit, gotta save mushroom. But
the mushroom.
Time to take my medication.
Mushroom took a dive.
I'm gonna do a game called Mushroom Pals.
Very hilarious to me. Oh, look at her sheeple.
Oh, that's a ram, isn't it?
Which
don't be insulted if I don't know the actual names, please. I don't know. Oh, cool. Those are nice. You have a whole collection of those. How many do you think you have? Call you Tara Babcock Jr. here. You ever watch Tara Babcock? She's got a buttload of like plushies behind her, and they're everything and anything.
And you want to know the oldest one in here?
Yeah.
Give me a second, I have to find them.
The only ones I have are Rick and Cookie Monster.
Give me a second, I lost them in the pile. Mushroom stay.
That's what I tell my mushroom to do too.
I'm sure you do.
Mushroom wants to.
Always tell my mushroom to do that. Stay mushroom.
Down mushroom.
What the hell? Why did you reply to that?
I'm sorry, it's taking a little while because I did this last night and I kind of found him. This is turning 29.
Wow.
It has survived.
What is it?
The snake.
Oh, it's a snake. Okay.
Wow.
Wow, you had that?
You could probably guess what I named him as a child. Being a creative fucker.
Snake?
Weenie?
Snake.
Yeah.
Snakey.
Oh,
I call his snake.
This is the toy my father got me when I was born.
That's
This is what he
crazy.
did.
Wow.
So I guess the love for serpents started young.
Yep.
Then I've also got this guy. He cute.
Yeah, can you put it up to the camera? Oh, is it too big?
That's
Oh my god.
rainbow snake.
Who would have thought Oni had a huge snake? Dang. That's a big ass
Fucking
snake.
hell.
It's a
My real
Oh.
snake's even longer. So
Whoa.
Oh, there you go.
It's got a pink head too.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like one of those snakes that you get at an amusement park or something.
Yeah,
You
like
can win
this-
one of those type.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was. I
Yeah.
think it was.
Yeah. I don't mean as
tell
an
you a
insult. I just mean
story,
that's what
though.
it looks
Do we
like.
have time for a story that has nothing to do with video gaming or anything?
Yeah, we do. I don't think we have much left, do we?
No.
Is chat okay with me telling a story? Because
Yeah,
it
can we
involves
do-
someone in the chat.
Can we do the trivia really quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Story
All right.
time with Oni.
Yeah, really quick, and then we'll go to the Oni story. Brought to you by G Fuel. But here is wrong one. Which video game series had a music video based on Tekken? A, B, or C?
I'm gonna say Tahu.
I never heard of Tahu.
Tahu is
Well, I don't think it.
anthropomorphic ships that are like also girls.
Okay.
No clue.
Let's see what the answer is. And the answer is
No, Tahu Boy. It is exactly what you think it is.
Tahu. Even though that was
Oh.
C, it says A. But
Wow.
it is Tahu.
Toho.
Oh.
Tohu.
You think about Houston with Toronto put together.
Oh.
Oh, Tuhu. Tuhu cares?
My gosh, Badger, it's almost as if nobody's allowed to make a mistake ever. Will you please stop apologizing needlessly?
Mhm.
No, it's okay. Like as long as the answer is Tuhu, we're fine.
To
Oh
you.
my gosh, here we are. We're going to be sad that we made a tiny little insignificant
Who cares?
mistake.
The answer was Tuhu. That's all that matters, and that was right. That's all we're looking for. So it was C, Tuhu. Now, story time with Oni.
Yay.
One, it's Toho.
Like the food? Ho-hos?
No. Anyways.
That's okay, we'll wait.
What?
I thought you were going to tell the story.
I'm getting the
Oh, you're getting ready. Okay. As Oni's getting ready, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe the live, and make sure you go to youtube.com/laggingout and subscribe there. It's totally free. And also follow us on kick.com/laggingout. That's kick.com/laggingout. And let's just celebrate or have a moment of silence or jump up for joy for the Dallas Cowboys losing to the Green Bay Packers last week. Yay!
Yeah. And how many TVs got busted in the process?
30, it's almost 30 years without a Super Bowl, and there is
It's
a
okay, the
narwhal.
TV probably couldn't catch a ball either.
That's
Oh.
true. I saw a narwhal at SeaWorld, and I thought of you. I'm like, can I get this? And it was $40, and it was half the size of the one that you have there.
Ding.
I was like, that is a lot of money for a narwhal. The unicorn of the sea.
There are people who actually don't know narwhal are real.
Yeah,
Find that
they think they're
shocking.
like Pokemons or something.
I've met one of those people. I
Shocking.
hate humanity for So
We know.
I used to work at a place. I don't know what to call it per se. It wasn't great food. It wasn't always fast either though, so who knows? There's a gift shop in it. You know what I'm talking about. You know what
Yes,
store
we
it is.
do. You don't have to be a cracker to go. You're good to-
So
That's funny because the joke I told earlier.
You worked at Hell, Badger says.
I mean, that's just life. But yeah, there were only a few redeeming qualities of that, and one of them was that I got money out of it. So there's
Right.
that. There are a few others, namely
Gross.
in the friendships that I mostly still have, even if I can't visit them very often, you know, and good people. Just maybe not the food. So in order to get into the back to go to the kitchen, you have to walk through the store. And
Right.
this guy was sitting there. Now, as you can tell, I love stuffed animals. Okay? I may love to imagine the death of humanity in the most gruesome way possible, but I also love stuffed animals. Okay? I am comfortable enough in my own evilness to appreciate both. Okay? You don't have to fit in just one box, everybody. You can diversify.
Let's make ourselves stuffed animals and send them to Oni.
Mm-hmm.
We call that
It's a-
taxidermy.
It makes a soda pop plushie.
Sweet.
You'd be an NFT. Don't get me wrong. So I see him and I have to tell myself, don't buy it. And then I go, so I'm in the back and I go, you know, fuck it, I'm going to buy it. Now I did get an employee discount. So he was only like $20
Oh, wow.
in like 2018 money, I think.
Yeah. That would be like $1,000 today.
And I named him Astro, as you can tell, because he's got constellations on him. I call him the constellation narwhal. His name is Astro. And I walk in the back with this motherfucker in a paper bag. And I walk to the back of the kitchen with probably the shit-eatingest grin on my face. And I look to a particular someone and I'm like, I have no regrets. And I just kept fucking walking. He's
That's
like,
funny.
you bought it. I'm like, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, I bought that. So he's been with me for a few years now. And I finally have him back because most of them were in storage, which was rather tragic. So they all got to take a spin in my brand new washing machine. And I finally got them baskets. And I think I need more baskets because I have a lot of plushies. I have a lot of plushies. A lot of them are quite old too. They each have a story from different places in my life where I've been. For example, one time we were TAG in the military, and we stopped by
Don't have a cow.
I think it was a Mall of America, and it might have been in Maryland, might have been Massachusetts. I don't remember. It was a very long bus ride. Okay, we went through as many buses as there were days that we were on that trip. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
And we made a pit stop, so I decided to buy myself a cow neck pillow because I could. Whatever reason that you really need. And now I live in Wisconsin, surrounded by cows, and I do mean the animal, not as an insult.
Although I'm sure
even
there
though
are
I may or may
plenty.
not be- I'm sorry.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure there are plenty.
Oh
A
sure.
lot of cows.
Oh, maybe not Badger. That might be a little bit
Soda
too
likes to
much.
milk them.
Whoa.
What's that, Oni?
Badger made a comment. There was an event that apparently made an impression on people. I can't tell you if it's a good or bad one, but I don't know if it's exactly the most appropriate.
As if this show has anything to do with appropriateness.
Okay,
Right. I
so-
wanted to hit the Oni's Yomi button for the stuffed animal talk.
Oh
Right.
no, this is not Yomi. This is Heaven. So one of my friends was getting married, and he decided to get catering at the place we work at.
Oh no.
Probably a
So-
terrible idea.
So
So
then,
everyone had pancakes?
oh no, it was like, I think it was like chicken,
Everyone had
H2O,
chicken fried steak.
like that. So
Salisbury steak.
here's the thing.
You want meat or poultry? There's no fucking fish or vegetarians for that wedding at all.
There was a little tiny office for the managers. It
Yeah.
was like a closet. And the thing is that when you looked at the door, which had a glass pane, you couldn't see really much of either side. By the way, it had a little mail slot. I could stick my arm into it and open the door from the outside. So
Oh my god.
not exactly the most secure, I'm just saying. Now, I understand not everybody has arms like that, but still
Being
not
a
a
cat
great sign of
burglar.
security. Well, speaking of not being able to see who's in that room outside of the porthole you can see out of,
Right.
I saw the three amigos, I shall call them.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
No? Okay. Go ahead.
No, because one of them was the guy getting married, one of them was his nephew, and one of them is the mutual friend, aka they weren't involved with each other like that.
Now you're just trying all the sound effects.
Go ahead. Anyways, there's 3 of them in there.
So I thought. So I go up and I go, "Sup, fuckers?" And I
Your
walk away.
traditional greeting.
Here's the problem. I thought there were maybe 4 people because one of them was a manager. I wasn't wrong. There were 4 people in the room physically. There was someone on the conference call.
Oh no.
And apparently they were like, "What was that?" And the manager there was like, that's just one of the other employees. They're like that. And so apparently he turned around like a mafioso. It was like, "Sup, fuckers?" I don't know how I never got fired for that place because the number of times I did that shit was kind of obnoxious. I'm shocked. I'm shocked I was the
fuckers.
one who quit.
New
I saw
lagging
this
out
coming.
t-shirt. Sup fuckers.
Oh, yeah. And apparently they still sometimes greet each other as "sup fuckers."
That's funny.
You left
Hang
an
on, wait.
impression.
Badger, no, I'm not the one keeping that place afloat. Look, we all know who's the one keeping that place afloat. It's not the management, okay? The number of stories that I've heard about that place at this point, like, I would say I don't know how they stay in business, but actually I do know how. And I know why.
They don't throw away the eggs, they recycle them and give them to someone else.
No, it's
Not that bad.
no, if you look up who owns most of that company, it's actually mostly overseas, out in the Middle East. They own
I don't know what they're talking
most
about.
of the shares of Cracker Barrel. I am not kidding.
Oh wow. Those guys own everything.
Well, when you got oil money to fuck with, you're probably gonna buy a little bit of everything.
We know a person that lives in Saudi Arabia and they don't have to work. They get a stipend from the government from oil, and they hire people outside the country to be their servants and maids and shit. Soda and I know a person there that does that.
Actually,
like, why the fuck are you going to school for this shit when you could just sit back and collect money the rest of your life?
That's actually literally the majority of the citizens that live in that country.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ghost, I don't think it's meth, but I do know that there has been an incident where someone was doing something and they got shot. We found some weird things out in the parking lot, okay? There was a machete in a tree.
Oh my god.
It's a rusty machete.
Oh,
as
I
you can
now
tell.
remember. Is this one of the places in Georgia you worked?
Oh yes, this is that Cracker Barrel.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
times.
one that nobody ever wanted to go to.
Well, it was either that or Savannah. They're both pretty bad.
Yeah.
I tell
Not-
like when we watch a show about Savannah, I go, yeah, I heard that place is not very good because I know someone who actually lived there, and they said it wasn't such a good place.
Well,
It was like a haunting, like there was some sort of haunted place there in Savannah. I don't know.
which
what it was.
place? They have
Say-
a tour.
yeah.
They have
Yeah,
a
they it's a
fucking
they have a whole
haunted
town that's
tour.
haunted, but I don't remember. I said I saw it as I was walking through the living room. It was like Savannah, Georgia. This is a haunted place in Savannah. Like I wasn't really paying attention, so it's not like I was sitting down watching intensively taking notes.
That whole city is fucking haunted.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
it
It's
literally
the number one haunted
Yeah.
city in America, basically. So.
allegedly, because
That and the Flagler Fort. The north of me,
fort?
there was a Spanish fort here that's pretty fucking haunted.
a fort being haunted. Wow, I'm so shocked by
Okay.
this.
I know, right?
No, Ghost. No, it wasn't a Waffle House. It was Cracker Barrel. She said that.
Cracker.
Yeah. I don't know how much we can say and talk about when Oni talks about stuff like that, but she kind of described what it was anyway.
Well, I'll
so-
share that it's a Cracker Barrel. I'm not
Yeah.
telling you where that Cracker Barrel is.
Right.
Mhm.
We could look it up, but I'm sure
Yeah,
there's like a bunch
I
of
made
them.
a point of not going
no.
to either of those particular
Yeah.
franchises because they're those two there were absolutely abhorrent. And yeah, I have no shame in saying that the leadership there, or not the leadership, but the wait staff there was very racist.
Really?
I mean, the leadership sucks.
Well, that's Soda's
They're-
favorite
they're
place.
like-
He's racist.
You know it.
Well, maybe you should put the tacos down, Ghost.
Taco, taco.
Oh.
Taco, taco.
Anyways,
Taco Taco.
but
I have been
yeah.
chosen. Ooh.
Also, the one in freaking Oklahoma that was there was pretty bad too. But most other Cracker Barrels, I had no problem going to.
I like pancakes at Cracker Barrel.
Look, if someone fucks up a pancake and like is willing to sell that shit, just lay down and die.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn.
It's a pancake. It's not fucking rocket science. Now, I will say it's difficult when you're short and you can't reach all, the back of the grill. In order for me to clean it, I had to make sure that that scraper was like reaching all the way back because I can't reach across the grill. Like,
Put your hand on it. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
unlike some people, my IQ is a little higher than room temperature.
Well, guess she outdid a number of Marines.
I had to clean the grill at Wendy's. It sucked. You have to put the hot water on there, scrape it down, then you get the
That's what we did.
the screen, scrub it with the screen, and then when you're done, you get the green pad, and then you have to scrub the green pad, and then when you're done, you wipe it all down, then season it, and then go home. It's a whole thing. It's a pain in the ass.
That's what we had to do too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't believe I got that all right. I might have got the order wrong. It's been a minute, but yeah,
Still
I hated
something
doing that, and I
absolutely
was
terrible
tall.
to
And when you're
do.
tall, it's worse, only because your back hurts. You're leaning over and you're pushing down, and your lower back. Like at the end of those days, scrubbing two girls down at night.
Whoa.
That was the worst. It hurt my
Oh,
back so
grills.
much.
I like to say girls.
Grills, not girls. No.
Soda would intentionally mishear that.
Yes.
I liked the
That's
smell of the
surprising.
chemicals.
What do you call a Marine with an IQ of 80? Uh-oh.
An Air Force failure?
A Marine, she says. So he
Well,
says.
you capitalize Marine, so
Yeah. Wonder if he's going to tell us.
he will. He's typing it right now.
Oh, okay.
Might take about a year.
You do the do.
He has to put it on the donkey and let it,
Whoa.
pack all the way out here to give us the message.
Don't forget to check us out on TikTok, Laggin_out. I got kicked out for AI stuff the other day. I don't remember what it was. I actually had my mic hooked up to my mixer, which was hooked up to my phone. So Soda was listening to the entire conversation. He's like, I got kicked off. He just started fucking laughing.
Yep.
What were you talking about, AI or something?
What was I talking about?
I
I don't
have.
remember.
It was something, and it totally went completely
Oh, sideways.
off the rails. Yeah.
Oh, so you
Oh.
mean a regular show?
Yeah.
You remember when the Dell executive was like, "Don't worry, AI won't totally wind up like Shodan from System Shock."
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that. Put an F in the chat if you don't. So I'm gonna put my tally in
Anyways,
there.
Ghost Ghost said a general. By the way.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. No offense. I don't really find it funny, but I mean, I don't have a good sense of humor. So
If you like our contact, please tell your friends and tell your enemies so that way we can make fun of them. And don't forget, you can check out a variety of shirts, including coming out this year, the I Love Blacklight Oni t-shirt, because who doesn't love saltiness, sarcasm, and narwhals? Basically,
Nathan
Oni in a
Warhawk.
nutcase. So, and Baldur's Gate 3. Make sure you check that out today. If you're not on Kick, you should be. You better follow us. I don't like the fact that Whittle Bears has more follows than us on Kick.
Yeah.
We should have more.
If I talk like this, maybe we can get more.
Thank you.
I have no
Ticker?
friends or enemies. Come on, Ticker. Give yourself more credit than that.
Ticker, I have no friends nor enemies. Yes, you do. Ticker's got a little train icon next to his name.
He likes the trains.
He likes running the trains.
Oh, Lord.
He is the conductor.
Come on, ride a train. Oh.
I want him on my Trump train in 2024. I love Ticker. He's a good guy. He's not as orange as the Orange Man, but he's a great guy.
Could be orange.
I can read it through my RCO. How about your ACOG?
we didn't
My,
call it
my
ACOG.
dad has an ACOG site. I'm like, why do you have that for that rifle, Dad? It's a tiny rifle that you're never going to shoot. So it's probably going to be my rifle. You'll probably give it to me. The guy you can have. You can have my AR, son, and kill campers.
Whoa.
I'm going to put it next to my ghillie suit that I never use.
Okay. I've got my plate carrier. I
There
hope
we
I
go.
never have to use that.
I just drank the blue armor from Fortnite, and that's my armor when I run around in real life. This big giant blue thing. Like,
I thought you
get
just
that,
had to-
Uncle Chieftain. What's that?
Get
I
the
thought you
blue
said-
stuff.
Damn it.
What was that? We're talking at the same time.
Yeah, that was my bad. Sorry.
And missed what both of you said.
Oh, I said you like the blue stuff.
Yes.
Hmm.
Blue Mountain Powerade. I had that at Culver's. If you guys don't have a Culver's, I was talking
You
to
just
Soda
had
about,
to eat the dirt from Ohio.
I just
Now we know what's wrong
wow.
with them.
That is an old reference, Oni, and I understand it because we talked about it forever.
It grants invincibility, right? That's how it
It
works.
does. If
Yeah,
you're using the
yeah.
Adam West model, like that nuclear waste gives you superpowers, then yes.
Sweet.
Hmm.
Mayor West. Mayor West.
Ghost, I really don't want to justify that with a response because that was
I
so
do.
terrible.
I do.
That was so fucking terrible. I'm cringing
The
still.
plate carrier isn't nicknamed that for that reason. It's because whomever wears it is the full meal.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Sweet.
That was classy. That was classy. You saved
Okay.
that joke. You saved that fucking joke. Oh,
Bueno.
damn, Ticker.
Okay, I think we are done. So, on behalf of the plushy person we know as Blacklight Oni, who loves the plushies, and Norwal's. Norwal's the best.
I have more giraffes though. Lots more giraffes.
And more giraffes. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, you do. You got a bunch of giraffes there.
There's so many giraffes in here, like that you can't even see.
I think if you get one more giraffe, it'll be a reach.
Don't try sticking your neck out that far.
That's true.
Whoa.
In the darkness of his porn room, Hero. Just kidding. Oosh, oosh, oosh. The only guy who streams at 60 frames a second, and our DEI hire, because he is the also artificial intelligence of the group.
That's right. I'm the
Soda
minority.
Pop.
Thanks
I'm
everybody
cheating.
for
I clicked the
watching.
buttons for I clicked the buttons for 4 hours. What was that, Soda?
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes. I'm Chieftain. I click all the buttons. I'm the button bitch.
The diversity hire.
The diversity hire.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have one that's special needs, and there's me. So on behalf of everyone here, our staff, thank you so much, Badger, for doing the slides. You are awesome. Also, all our chatters, thank you so much, and Mariner for all his help, and Tyrandeth, come back soon. Enjoy your break. On behalf of everybody, we're signing off and lagging out. See you next week.
Hey.
Later.